What's going on, everybody? Nick Levine, joined alongside Cody Stevens. Welcome to a special edition of the Cats and Rats playoff coverage. We're doing the Anaheim Ducks and Edmonton Oilers watch along here. So
For Game 5, Anaheim is currently up 3-1, which I think is probably going to be the most shocking upset of the first round.
And Edmonton facing elimination. I don't believe they faced elimination in the first round in the last how many years? I don't think they ever did against LA.
No, they went to a Game 7 against LA a couple times.
Okay. So I'm a little shocked right now, to be honest with you, that we're at this point in the series this early on. But Connor McDavid facing an elimination game in round one, last elimination game the Edmonton Oilers face. I think you all remember. Didn't end too well for them.
Yeah.
Cody, what are the kind of keys to the game here for Edmonton to get back in the series?
They need McDavid and Draisaitl to be McDavid and Draisaitl.
How much do you think the injuries are affecting?
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
But we were fixing to get underway. The national anthems were just sang.
There's a pretty good chance you're ahead of me, by the way. So we'll see.
I already knew I was ahead of you, but still, I'll pause that puck drop. But I just want to point out the guy who sang the national anthem for the Canadian national anthem was the same guy that did that cringy opera song a couple years ago.
Oh, like the guy that Ottawa did, like that style song you're talking about?
Yeah.
Do they do like that song for Edmonton this year?
I know it was like 2 years ago. Let me know when you get to 1953.
Okay, yeah. No spoilers in the chat, please. I am not DirecTV sucks, so if you think we're getting a sponsor from them now, you're crazy. But we'll get ready to go there, take a look at Jackson Lacombe. We think has 8 points in the 4 games, right?
You still hate him?
Yeah, I do, but he's a hell of a hockey player, so I can't be mad. 1954, 53, 52, 1, 0, 49. So we're underway here. Jackson Lacombe. I don't believe that the scoring leaders are. Oh no, they are updated. Lacombe leads the playoffs with 8 points.
He leads them. I did say before this series started, this was going to be the highest scoring series of the first round.
So Connor Ingram back in net for Edmonton. By the way, Tristan Jarry was in net for Game 4. I don't think he played that bad, to be honest with you. I really think. I mean, usually Edmonton finds a way to kind of lock it down for playoffs, and I think Anaheim's done a really nice job at forcing their hand and getting some really good scoring opportunities. So
but if I told you before this series started, hey, Jeffrey VL would have 2 goals before McDavid would have 1.
Well, I also wouldn't believe you if you told me they were beating the Oilers with a bottom pair of Tyson Hines and Drew Hellison, but here we are. Fucking A. I mean, my gosh. What's up, Die Hard?
All right, this game off to
Adonis.
The worst start.
What's up, man? Shout out Merritt.
What the hell is that fourth one in Edmonton? Josh Szymanski, Colton Dock, and I forget who the hell the other guy was, but I think it may have been Kapanen.
I think that was an offsides there.
Yeah,
Lucas Dostal has not been incredible at all this season after having a phenomenal year last year, even in the playoffs, an .878 save percentage, which, to give context, was Sergei Bobrovsky's save percentage at the .001 higher. And then Connor Ingram's got a 4.7 goals against and an .849 save percentage. But I think if you watch the game, it tells a different story than the stats.
There's no way a team could have this bad a goaltending no matter which way you swing it.
Yeah, I mean, then conversations goes with Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard. It's like, look what they've got the last couple of years. Again, I also think Paul Coffey came back to be behind the bench, the defensive coach for the Edmonton Oilers after the Olympics. He originally was the coach, came in, I think, with Chris Knobloch when Jay Woodcroft got fired. He had pretty much just 2 full seasons. But coming into the season this late with that, I think you can tell for sure that they're still struggling. This is the worst I think Edmonton has looked structurally in the playoffs in quite some time. I know what I'm going to say against us, but like they run through the West.
Anaheim front. I mean, Carter Gauthier. I mean,
oh, damn.
silly.
One of the guys had a career year, Vasily Podkolzin. I think he had 18 goals.
Describe how big of a goal that is for Edmonton.
Good cross ice pass there. That's a nice shot.
I know Dostal has not been the greatest this series.
That's a nice shot, though.
That's a nice shot.
Big start for Edmonton. Maybe a little bit too deep in his net. I don't know. But
hearing this goal, so I hate it.
So Edmonton jumps off to an early 1-0 lead. And again, this series isn't over, obviously. The pedigree.
Edmonton had a 2-0 off the post. Podkolzin again.
But Cody, what I was saying is like defensively, they've looked like it's been clinical efforts by Edmonton and like
it's just their penalty kills got awful.
Like so I remember what they did against Dallas and how they looked against Vegas. Like those were defensive clinical efforts. Like to shut down Vancouver, the final game 6 and 7 in 24 to advance to the conference final. They upset Dallas the first time.
I can't wait to see those Barkov zone entries next year.
Oh my gosh! Here is Draisaitl.
This may be 2-0 quickly.
Oh, rebound, popping up in the air.
Double shifting McDavid and Draisaitl. Oh, steal by Draisaitl. He has McDavid if he wants it.
McDavid won't out the puck there. Connor McDavid's got to find ways to be effective in this series. If he's hurt, here is a shot from Trouba. Stop the rebound.
Oh my God, it was on end.
That lays flat. That's a goal. So,
indeed, for Troy Terry, who I think is still one of the more underrated forwards in the game. Draisaitl's still out there. Oh, Connor Murphy.
Here's VL, the hero for Anaheim, the unexpected. Oh, damn. Held on to my, I believe that's Ian Moore, if I'm not mistaken.
Ian Moore. I think, didn't he play for Boston at one point?
Yes, he did. Got some little, like this fourth line for Anaheim in this series, I think.
I've never heard of these guys, but
revelation, but very, very impressed with how they've been playing. I've never heard of these guys, and was watching some of the games in this series, and they've been really impressive. A good shift there. Here's VL. Puck right there.
If Anaheim somehow ended up with that puck,
but that's a good shift for the fourth line, Cody, right there. I mean, spent pretty much all the time in their own in Edmonton zone.
Good freeze by everybody. Dostal to kind of slow things down. Boston thought they won in overtime, but the puck was frozen by Alex Lyon. As Sean Corrali tries to poke the puck under his pad into the net.
Yeah, as we're doing this right now, the Boston Bruins and Buffalo Sabres are in overtime and an elimination game there, and then the Minnesota Wild and the Dallas Stars are in a pivotal game 5. I believe last time I checked.
It was Minnesota was up 2-1 last time I looked.
So let's take a look.
No, they're up 3-1 now.
Up 3-1. So Minnesota is 7 minutes away from putting Dallas on the brink of elimination. So
let's be real here. That series to go 7. I'd be shocked if it was going 6.
Absolutely. Coach Quenneville there. Nobody's catching Scotty Bowman. That's incredible. 99 more wins.
2 different dynasties.
Yeah, that's incredible. Give me 1 second, Cody. Just 1 second.
Off the face-off, Edmonton shot saved. Dostal rebound. Ooh. Nearly poked in. Nearly poked in by Podkolzin again. He's flying to start this game. Hyman down low. Where's that? That's that Dickinson? Shot Wallman. Oh, it is something. Okay. I wasn't tripping. Good keep in by Wallman. This is going to be 2-0 relatively here soon.
Sorry about that, but I was able to watch some of it. Still, domination by Edmonton early on, good desperation. Good job from Edmonton. If you're Anaheim, you got to weather the storm a bit this first 6 to 8 minutes.
Weather the storm.
Weather the storm a bit. If you're able to come out of this 1-0, it's a win. 2-0 is not even the end of the world. You get the 3, even that's more manageable. But see if you could get to like first 10, 15 minutes only down 1 or 2-0, and then maybe try to get a quick one.
By the way, last 3 seasons, Edmonton was not eliminated by Vegas in 2024. They were eliminated by Florida. TNT, that stat right there, buddy. Ooh, this could be 2-0 here.
Oh, good stop by Dostal.
This is going to.
I think it has been the last 4 seasons, though, right? It's been Colorado, Vegas, Florida. So Tampa's been eliminated, 3 out of the last 4? Colorado, then they lost to Toronto, and then they lost to Florida. Yeah, so take a look there. That game's tomorrow night. I think it's 7.
Yeah. Tampa, Montreal. Kind of a Montreal pissed that last game away. Could keep him by Knappen. Oh, he had he had McDavid in the middle of the ice open.
Yeah.
Penalty?
Oh, high stick with the puck. So 13-22, going to commercial break here. Podkolzin, nice shot. Makes it 1-0. Thoughts on the first 7.5 minutes here?
All Edmonton. I mean, Anaheim, you kind of, this commercial break, I mean, you kind of got to reset, kind of keep it moving.
Lucky it's not 2-3-0 right now. Stall coming up big.
Though I'm not gonna lie, I have the Buffalo Boston game on mute because we're on the stream now. But I could feel the nervousness in that game and in that building right now.
On Buffalo's side?
Yes.
Yeah. It's tough to close out series. We should know. I mean, remember the 24 Cup final? I mean,
don't remind me.
It is tough. It's not easy.
I don't care what anyone says. I'll never be nervous for a game.
Yeah, I mean, again, like, you kind of, like, remember what Marchand said is, like, these aren't, like, really that big games, right? It's like, yeah, they're, like, key games in the series, right? But it's not, like, big in, like, the grand scheme, right? It's, like, there are much bigger games to be played than what they're doing right now. Buffalo up 3-1 in a series that, let's be honest, they've kind of pretty much dominated. I mean, I like Boston's first 2 games still, but you could argue Buffalo outplayed them in game 1. So, there's a chance in front. I feel like we're going to do a bit of a crossover there. Bowen Byram is so good, though.
He indeed is, and so is Ross Stanley.
What time are you at for the Buffalo game?
13:10.
Oh my gosh. Oh, all right. Back to the
What are you at?
13:45. This could take a while. I mean, I think Boston's doing a nice job getting on the forecheck there. But back to the Edmonton game. Puck to the left.
Here we go. Puck drop.
It's outside of the neutral zone.
18, 17, 16.
For Anaheim?
Yeah.
7, 6, 5.
Yep.
Okay. Puck around the wall there. Terry to get it up the wall. Gauthier. Good breakout there. Here's Lacombe. Shot blocked.
That'd been funny if he scored right there.
Yeah. Good breakout for Anaheim. Kind of keep doing that. Puck in the neutral zone, right back in. So a couple shifts like this.
Doing that.
Oh. It's this fourth line again. Is Ian Moore playing forward? Is Ian Moore playing forward? Cody? Oh, I think
it'll be the first time Q plays a defenseman at forward.
Okay, you froze there for a bit. Ian Moore is a forward, right? I mean, defenseman.
I thought it was deep.
I mean, a defenseman. He's the defenseman. I could have sworn.
Sure.
Yeah, he's a defenseman.
Let's see. Let me just double check daily face. I'll make sure I'm not tripping.
And yeah, Ian Moore's playing forward. So we got a defenseman playing forward in the Stanley Cup Playoffs, and they're beating the back-to-back Western Conference champs in the series 3-1 right now.
Dude, shout out Mark Pysyk, man. 2-0.
Damn.
Zach again.
So it's 2-0 Edmonton. Zach,
it was coming. It's been coming.
Are they going to say goalie interference? No, he got pushed in. See, that's a goal you got to have. Dostal.
Dude, Dostal. Come on, buddy. How does no one take a body there?
I don't know what Hellison's doing right there.
How does no one take a body?
It's 2-0 Edmonton. I said get through the first 10, 12 minutes, only down 1 or 2-0. They need to start to push back here. They cannot continue to cave Anaheim.
David Pastrnak in overtime.
Well, so looks like Buffalo will have to wait a little bit longer to win the series.
Nick, do you got me?
Yeah. Am I freezing up?
I don't know what's going on, but we're going to keep it moving.
Yeah, you were freezing a little bit earlier.
Take the phone off the Wi-Fi. Yeah.
You got me, Cody?
Yep. Damn, David Pastrnak in overtime. Game, set, match.
So Boston goes back home with a lot of pressure on Buffalo again. That's not an easy situation. Obviously, the 15-year drought for the playoffs for Buffalo. I mean, that's not ideal. They wanted to get that done tonight. They thought they had it done tonight. And good bounce back, though, by the Bruins. Playing a bit with house money there. I think you could see Buffalo was a little bit nervous there in that overtime. And, yeah.
I'm not going to lie. John Carlson still doesn't look right in a Ducks jersey.
No, but that's a damn good pickup, though. I'll say that.
Look at Leo Carlson here.
3-2, by the way, in the Minnesota game. Dallas just scored.
Oh, who was it?
Don't know. Shot, rebound, Dostal, point, shot blocked.
I ain't gonna lie, this could be a blowout in Edmonton's favor in 2 seconds if they don't calm it down.
Jason Robertson.
Who else?
So Edmonton looking the best they have looked this series. Although they did get off to a quick start the other night. So let's see if Anaheim's able to kind of weather this a bit more. But
Anaheim's just not moving their feet.
Yeah. There's a shot. And they score. Leon Draisaitl. 3-0 Edmonton.
And that is it for Lucas Dostal. Ville Husso is now coming in.
Are they taking him out?
Yes, they are.
I don't know how you. Oh, did you hear that?
No, yeah, because I hear the broadcast in my ear. But I don't know what Anaheim's doing. I mean, Dostal is just in no man's land there.
It's 3-0 in the first, and he's got 50 minutes to go.
Ville Husso playing in his first playoff game since Game 6 versus Colorado in 2022.
That's right. Darren Helm, I believe, scored the winner in that one.
With like 4 seconds left.
Yep. That was a wagon of a Colorado team, and I think they did pretty well.
I mean, this is not on Dostal here. Like, I think he has a couple you should have, but you shouldn't have 2 guys out in front of his net untouched. Uh-oh. Oh, is that a penalty? Yep, they called it.
On Anaheim?
Yep. They are going to the
Anaheim.
power play. And it's the aforementioned Ian Moore.
Yep. And Kirill Kaprizov simultaneously just scored an empty netter. Makes it 4-2 Minnesota.
Might be the one Game 7 stream we have.
Yeah, but we've either had overtime or we've haven't really been close. So now we haven't even had, unless this somehow ends up at overtime. Of note, the Utah Mammoth did come back down from 3-0 yesterday to actually take a lead, and then Vegas forced overtime before winning it.
Yep, Brett Howden and then Shea Theodore in overtime.
So we will see. Die Hard, Game 6 of the Bruins versus Sabres will be on Friday night. And that's going to be a long couple of days for Buffalo. I'll say that. I mean, that's got to be the way. I mean, we know how it is to go into an elimination game.
Yeah, but this is when you're trying to break
the thing is
17-year-long drought.
Do you worry for Buffalo if they get to a Game 7?
Easily, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they got to wrap it up on Friday. So we'll see if that happens. Another thing to watch, tomorrow night, the Pittsburgh Penguins are in Philadelphia trying to force a Game 7 after being down 3-0. That's going to be fun. Also tomorrow night, a pivotal Game 5 between the Montreal Canadiens.
Dude, you know how good this is to watch this?
Oh, it's great. It's not stressful.
In there.
And it's like all the teams we own are like kind of like sort of on the brink. So it's nice.
Yep.
Except
shout out Panthers fan Den.
But good start for Edmonton. Like, again, it's hard to count them out with the pedigree. I mean, I know they'll say
Chris Knobloch, a career 6-2.
What are your thoughts on the thoughts on the talk of firing him? I think it's completely ridiculous.
I think you fire Scott Bowman before you do
Stan Bowman,
whatever the hell.
Here's McDavid, Trouba.
Anaheim could have
3-on-2, 4-on-2 if they hurry.
And they go to the one side. Oh, wait, they could get a shot off here.
Shot. Well, did that go wide?
Outside of the post.
So, had an opportunity there.
They are three for their last 4 on the power play.
30% of the series. So, Edmonton is McDavid comes up the ice.
I don't miss watching this.
Oh, scared shitless.
I mean, yeah. Look, they could score from anywhere.
Draisaitl, McDavid driving the net, on net, stopped by Husso.
Okay, a minute left on this power play here. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Like, Bouchard's so bad defensively. I don't care. You're scared of this motherfucker on the power play. I don't care what you tell me.
I mean, especially early, like, I kind of block out 24 from my mind a bit.
24.
2024 Cup.
Oh yeah, he never did. He didn't do anything to us.
That was but that was just not enjoyable. I mean, I didn't even grasp who was doing well. I just saw we were crumbling. So
Got to shoot the puck here, Edmonton.
8 seconds to go. Rantanen just wide. Heiskanen 2 seconds shot, and that'll do it.
Puck's out for Edmonton. Trying to finish up this power play here.
Minnesota leads that series 3-2.
This could be Troy Terry here against Bouchard. Good play by Bouchard, who should be a Norris Trophy nominee this year.
Nominee.
Yep, I said nominee.
Nominee only for everybody wondering.
I could see him winning it, to be dead honest, but
the thing with the Werenski thing is, like, I'm not a big.
He played better last year.
Yeah, I mean, especially down the stretch, I think
he should have won it last year. I don't care what anyone tells me.
I think down the stretch he lost it a bit. Here's Carlson, good play there by Jake Wallman. I also think missing the playoffs because of your play down the stretch should deduct it a bit. Here's Ryan Poehling, the overtime hero in game.
And yes, everybody, that puck was in.
Yeah, in a non-controversial game 4.
Golden Doc, brother of Kirby Doc, on this. Anaheim with 2 shots are 10-2 in favor of Edmonton here.
Here's Lacombe. 3-0. I mean, that is is that going to be a penalty? Oh, nope. Okay, so we'll continue on. Here's Lacombe. I think this game is starting to even out a bit.
6 minutes left to go in the first. Well, Anaheim weathered the storm. It is 2-0.
3-0.
Oh, 3-0. I'm sorry. Is that a penalty?
Yes, it is.
Draisaitl.
So there is a path here. You get up a goal on this power play. If you go down only 2 into the intermission, there's plenty of game left. Even if you just get 1 in the second and hold them to nothing, you go into the third period 3-2. So get a power play goal here and see how it.
How's that not a penalty on Doc?
Is this a holding? Yeah. So we'll go to commercial here. I wanted to talk a bit about the other series. Obviously, fresh thoughts, though, Cody, on the Buffalo thing we just talked about. How about Minnesota and that?
I think it's going 7, so Dallas is going to win Game 6.
Okay. Who do you think will win Game 7?
Be pissed out of me there, buddy.
Yeah. I still think Minnesota's looked a lot better than I thought. I'm not going to lie.
It's yes for Ballstead, dude.
Well, I mean, they made I didn't think they were going to be that smart, unfortunately, and that's kind of fucked us.
You thought it'd be Gustafson?
Yeah, so that kind of fucked us over. And no, I don't want Philip Gustafson. So that sucks. That could have been a Panther. There,
we have some people here saying Daniil Tarasov is unquestionably better than Stuart Skinner, but
Daniil Tarasov was the third string in Columbus and backup
with Elvis Merzlikins and
Jack Greaves.
Was Salo still there?
No, not there. He's in Boston.
No, when Tarasov was still there.
Might have been. No, I think he was in Ottawa. Oh,
yeah, I forgot he played in Ottawa.
I don't know. I think Skinner, like, again, we can't judge him on a 50-game Stanley Cup starter. We have to – if he's able to do that, somewhat comparably, why won't he be able to do a 35, 40-game gig as a 1B on a good playoff team, right? Like, if he went to – I don't know. Give me a team, Cody. Carolina.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, if he went to Carolina, I mean, started 35, 40 games there. He'd probably be in a goalie rotation there, get to conference final. I mean, I think that would be a successful thing, right? So can Tarasov do that? I don't think so. I think Tarasov's a 25-game backup.
Listen. The thing
it's
is,
4-on-4, by the way.
Did they call embellishment on Granlund?
Oh, I guess they did.
Oh, forgot to shoot the puck, though.
Yeah, they did. Embellishment on Mikhail Granlund. 2-on-1. Bouchard. Wide.
Had a boy Sam Bennett.
Here's Terry for Lacombe. What's up, Fernando?
I'm not going to lie. If John Carlson says, hey, I won a Stanley Cup in my last year, I'll sign a 1-by-1.
Yes. I'll even give him like 6. If we have the money for it, I don't give a damn.
I hate these 4-on-4s like this.
Here's Seneca.
Watch him score off of it, though.
Beckett, Seneca. Oh. And nobody's there. Coming off the bench, it's Gauthier. Good defensive play by Edmonton there.
Podkolzin out there with Bouchard and Hyman.
Yeah, that's an interesting. I think you get later in this game, I think you're going to need Dostal. But I wonder if they did it to give a team a kick in the ass right there. I mean, plus that second goal was really weak. Cody?
Yeah, what's up?
Thoughts on Adonis, what he said, pulling Dostal was a mistake?
A team just seemed to kick in the ass. You're pulling them in this game, but that doesn't mean you're pulling them for the series.
Yeah. I mean, but again, that's first period. I also think the second goal was really weak. So,
but as I could tell you, Q is going to pull a goalie if he feels the need to. I mean, if you go back to the 2021 playoffs, we started with Bobrovsky.
He didn't even finish that series on the bench or in the net. He was in the press box.
Went back to Bobrovsky, won game 3, lost game 4, started night.
And then he started night again.
Yeah, because he gave us actually a chance.
No, Drieger started game 2 and 3. Bob came in midway through 3 and then started 4.
Because games 2 we only lost like 2-1 or something.
But remember, Bobrovsky wasn't in the press box. It was in the press box for that final game, game 6. So that's something to be considered when talking about loyalty. Kreider there.
Good shot.
You don't forget he's on this team.
Legend Chris Kreider.
Oh, we got a Roslovic.
What the hell, Lacombe?
What was that?
All right, well, so is making big saves right now. Like
3 minutes to go here. Here's Emberson to Nurse. Backdoor. Oh, man. Looks like there's too many guys out there for a sec. Oh, my gosh.
And it's just playing like there's 6 guys out there.
Colton Dog.
He just went through everybody. Oh,
this could be. Oh, okay.
My man wasn't moving his feet quick enough. Anaheim still with only 2 shots on goal.
Yeah. I mean, wow.
Here comes Lazar.
I almost said Derek Ryan.
He's been retired for a little bit there.
Doc out in front. Oh, man.
Ooh.
2:25 to go. Edmonton just got to get out of this period. Here's Ekholm with a blast. Stopped.
Big save by Husso again.
And the Ducks head up ice.
Ducks have 4-3 if they hurry.
Which they don't. And it's the other way. Good cutoff there by
a boy next pizza. $5 hot and ready.
Take a look at some of this here. Showing a replay here of bad line change. Is that what they're saying? I don't know.
There was just so much open ice for Edmonton.
If I were Roslovic, I would have passed that back.
Guys, for the first time we played the Oilers this season when Bob was pulled, Guess the last time he was pulled from a game before that day.
Game 6? No, Minnesota the previous year. Because we suck against Minnesota.
Oh no, that was like the 2 years we couldn't stop their power play.
Yeah, I mean, it was fucking ridiculous. Or Colorado. It was either Colorado or...
I know. I thought Tarasov started that game, both of those games.
No, I'm talking about the year of the second cup. Breyer. No, it's not. He got pulled in
Game 4 of the cup final. He got pulled in game 4. Then again, we got rattled. Oh, here comes Leo Carlson.
Yeah. Right. No, he got pulled in the next season after we won the cup. The season after we won the cup, he got pulled a couple times. Remember we got pumped against Minnesota and Colorado at home.
He doesn't get pulled too often. Maurice does not like pulling goalies too much.
He used to get pulled all the time with Q. My gosh.
Q was not a guy that would stand for that.
Chance there, Carlson. So minute 8 left here. I'll look right now. I don't think that's true. You might be right. I don't know.
Oh, here comes Edmonton. Every time you look, Edmonton just has numbers the other way.
Yeah. McDavid cut off there by Trouba, up the wall, right to Wallman, back down low. McDavid. So much for being injured.
Just gave him the puck. And here comes Anaheim.
He got pulled against Detroit in 2025.
Which Detroit game?
The one, like January 16th.
Ten seconds to go here. Big save by Ingram, and we'll go to the second period. Edmonton up 3-0.
That's right. That's what I thought, RC. Yeah, I could have sworn he got pulled against Minnesota the year we won our second cup. All right. End of the period, 3-0 Edmonton.
And as we go to intermission break, let's hear a word from our sponsor, Caneswear.
Panthers fever is here. Are you geared up? Caneswear in Davie is the place for all your Florida Panthers needs. They have the latest gear for our favorite NHL team. Jerseys, polos, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. Caneswear has you covered. Stop by their store in Davie or at pantherswear.com. Again, that's Pantherswear, WEAR.com for all your Panthers gear.
Another word from other sponsor, Jeremy Beckham at Beck Sells FLA. Champions don't settle, and neither should you. Let me introduce Jeremy Beckham at Beck Sells FLA, bringing competitive edge to South Florida luxury real estate. If you want a home that performs in all 3 zones, location, lifestyle, and long-term value, Jeremy is your power play. The clock is ticking. Let's go for the number 1 pick. Reach out now at becksellsfla.com.
And speaking of the number 1 overall pick, we're going to be giving away this Aaron Ekblad signed wall frame photo, courtesy of Palm Beach Autographs. In order to be entered into the contest, make sure to go to our YouTube homepage and become a gold member. As gold members are automatically entered into the draw. And if you want to know how to become a member, like I just said, you can go to our YouTube homepage and you can find all the information on which membership you want to get, the access to perks for each membership of bronze, silver, or gold. You can upgrade a membership, gift one, buy your own. Find out all the other information. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment, or purchase a super chat, please do. Any and all support is appreciated. And as always, let's go Cats. And we will be back at the beginning of the second period. Thanks, everybody. Back here for the start of the second period. You guys might be ahead of us on here in the chat, but it's to be expected here. Cody will join us in the second. 3-0 Edmonton, pretty good start for them. Anaheim never really got their footing found in that period. Cody's joining me here now. Keys to the second period here, I guess, for Anaheim to kind of just chip away, get back in it.
No, key is just to get ready for Game 6.
No, I figured that.
This shit's over. This shit's
Puck
over.
drop for me now, by the way. Are you in the same?
Pause for like a second.
52, 51, 50,
Yeah.
49, 48.
All right, pause real quick and then unpause again. Bang, bang, like that.
42, 41, 40.
Yep.
Okay.
You're not tired.
It's zone time here for Anaheim. So
Okay.
see if they can get back into this. This is a
Look,
shot on the
see.
point, stopped by Ingram.
I mean, they were shooting it right into the logo.
Already a much better start. They got 3 shots on goal here, it looks like, right? Or did they give them 7?
They had, I think they had 6. Yeah,
Okay,
and here comes
2.
Edmonton. You're on dry side out there with Connor McDavid.
Here's McDavid. The point. Bouchard a blast. Stopped by Husso. Jeffrey Vial.
All right, this is the long chain.
Here we go. 3 on 2
So-
if they're able to get to it properly. Nope. Good cutoff there by, I think that's Wallman.
Oh,
Maybe
one played by Ekholm though.
Ekholm. Okay.
That could have been nearly a breakaway.
I'm gonna get a whistle here. So already much better start.
Sounds like a penalty.
Anaheim took a penalty or Edmonton?
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
VO. Ekholm is down.
So
He's got 2 for roughing.
yeah. So Edmonton on the power play.
Yeah, it's a pretty dumbass penalty if you ask me.
Shout out Matthew H for the $2 donation.
Matthew, you got Anaheim in this game or in this series? Because this may be over right about now. This is going to be 4-0.
Let's see. Bouchard and Draisaitl playing with it. Here's McDavid, half wall, point Bouchard, back to McDavid. Loses it for a second, picks it back up. McDavid behind the net to the point. Bouchard
He is so good.
down low. Draisaitl.
All right,
to
shoot
the
the
front.
puck.
Nugent Hopkins off his stick.
Ryan Nugent Hopkins scored 100 points.
Playing with McDavid and Draisaitl. Here's a shot. Oh my gosh, what a save
What
by
a save.
Busso.
What a move, though.
And we're gonna get a call here, so the power play's over.
He's on Draisaitl again?
Draisaitl with a hook, I believe. So going to be a minute of 8 of 5 on or 4 on 4, and then 52 seconds of 5 on 4 power play for Anaheim.
Oh, Billy Husso going back to St. Louis right now. Sure,
He says he thinks Anaheim in 6.
I don't know, man. If there's a team that kind of confident can go back down 3-1.
I mean, they come back down from 3-0.
It's on Hyman, my bad.
Oh, Hyman, wow. Is that, say, number 5? Is that Connor Murphy's stick?
Probably, yeah.
And a Clorn.
That is not a – wow.
So this is kind of an opportunity here.
I don't know about that one, but hey, we're here, 4 on 4.
Connor Murphy. Yeah, if you're Edmonton, going to just waste this time on 4 on 4. Low key.
Or just get Leon and McDavid out here for a shift and see what happens.
Oh, I thought Draisaitl took the penalty.
No, Hyman didn't. That was on me.
Murphy out to center. 43
Didn't
seconds.
Cody Ceci wore 5 for Edmonton?
Yeah, that's why I was going to say for a second, like, is that Cody Ceci stick? Nope. Which is weird because Murphy doesn't have black tape like Hyman does. So I don't know why. Maybe I don't know what the number 5 means. Here's Trouba for Beckett Seneca cutting in. Seneca all by himself. So they're probably just going to wait for the power play here. Are they going to try it? Granlund,
John Carlson
around the boards there. It's Carlson. Or Carlson.
2-1. Power play
on for Anaheim now. Carlson puts to the boards there. Nurse up the wall. There you go. So an opportunity here. Here's John Carlson. Shoots, stop. Rebound, Terry. 35 seconds to go on this Anaheim power play. And Anaheim off to a much
Anaheim
better
can get one here.
So Leo Carlson to the point there. John Carlson back to Leo. Back to John Carlson. Over across. Shot. Stopped. Rebound. Out. That should pretty much do it for the power play, barring
unless Husso. No, he's not going to push it.
Good looking power play, though. I mean, again, much better. Come out to start much better here. See if you could get a one here in the next couple minutes. Make it interesting for yourselves. And there's an
offside by a mile. So, for those who care, before they blow it, the Marlins are currently up 2-0 over the LA Dodgers.
What's the inning?
Top 5.
Not bad. What is their record like?
The Marlins?
Yeah.
13-16.
Oh, damn, they really took a shit.
Yeah, our bullpen's kind of, blown a couple games.
I was told, weren't they supposed to take the next step?
I don't know. We'll see. Our managers and Danny and our bullpen's been horrible. So, I mean, offensively, they've done fine.
They need a richer owner.
Apparently, he is rich. He's like $1 billion net worth. So, I don't know why we're not paying players.
Let's see here. Oop.
Bad turnover by Edmonton here.
Here is Trouba shot just wide. Ooh. So Anaheim's getting some chances here. Here's another shot glove by Ingram. No, I mean, all it takes is one to get you back into this thing. So keep working. I'd like this fourth line for Anaheim again. I mean, every time they're on the ice, they're getting offenses on time. So
most points there. Facing
elimination. Kane, Ovechkin, McDavid, Marchand.
Brad Marchand.
Ovechkin's 30 games facing elimination.
Just want to remind everybody, Brad Marchand is a Florida Panther.
Yeah. As is Alexander Barkov, by the way. For all everybody forgetting. Here's a blast. Blocked.
Ooh, faked.
Ooh. Ingram getting tested a bit here. This is kind of where I think Anaheim's taken over a bit in the second period. This is kind of similar to what happened in the game the other night. So let's see if they can get back into it here.
Looking for Granlund's stick there.
I mean, they've had chances to cut into this lead, so just keep going. Look home to the point there. Seneca. Oh, nice move. Oh, my gosh. Seneca.
Okay, wait, hold up.
Backdoor.
What a waste of a good move.
Go. Yeah, Dostal can't get it because it's outside the thing, of course. Podkolzin in on it there. Gonna lose pucks. Battle ensues behind the net. Up to the point. Murphy to Nurse, shot blocked, comes out of the slot. Granlund picks it up. Seneca chips it in, flips it in deep.
This is a lot more of an even keeled second period here. Shots are nearly evened up, 12-13 right now.
Oh, turned over. Here's Kapanen shooting. Stopped by not Dostal, Huso. You could tell it's 10 o'clock at night here, folks.
Like 11:25, but
Yep. Oh, is it? Oh my gosh.
I have work in the morning, dude. Like, I'm struggling right now.
Seneca, what a move.
It's Beckett Seneca, the guy that was completely shocked that he got drafted.
Yeah. The head doesn't move at all, but the body, I mean, that's just.
That's a lot of that. Like, people don't realize how much skill that takes.
That looked a lot like one of those defensemen, like McCarr, Hudson
Alex,
right there.
Alex Killorn, former member of the Tampa Bay Lightning. I wonder if they.
What are we expecting from Game 5 in Tampa tomorrow?
Dude, I have no idea.
What are you hoping to find?
Come on, Montreal win.
Yep. Gosh, please. They had that, dude. They had a 2-0 lead. Oh. Oh, my gosh. You got to shoot that, Terry.
Got to be selfish there, buddy.
Here's Matthias Ekholm. Twisting it down low. I like Roslovic here. John Carlson.
Roslovic was just like a top prospect that got traded from Winnipeg to Columbus because he didn't fit in Winnipeg.
He was part of that Patrick Laine deal. From Columbus to Winnipeg. No, he traded from Winnipeg to Columbus with Laine.
Yes.
Who did Winnipeg get out of that? Who was part of that deal?
Was part of it?
Who?
Is it Winnipeg got Dubois?
That's right. Yeah.
Let's see.
Ian Moore. There. McDavid hit by Moore. Seemed to be creating an emphasis on that. Uh-oh. Here's McDavid. Uh-oh.
Oh, he lost it. That was a goal.
Here's off the stick of VL there. Moore around the boards there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Okay, that official took a spill and puck was under him.
12 minutes to go here, roughly. Oh, 2-1-1. Nope. Doc, try to get it to the front off the stick.
These fourth lines for both teams have been really good.
There's a big hit there. And that might be a penalty, right?
Behind the play.
Yeah, that's a penalty on Edmonton. I think that's on Colton Doc.
Colton Doc?
Yep. It's another power play for Anaheim. They got to convert here on one of these chances, get themselves back into it. But I'd like their period. If they can get one here, give them some life. Definitely a chance.
And we're going to commercial break.
That's
about as dumb as you can get.
No.
Just.
So, Cody, I want to ask you this for just no particular reason. Is Barkov a Hall of Famer?
Since 93, you're a fucking moron. Stay in 93. You just said he's like, oh, he's never had 100 points. Like, so Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is a Hall of Famer.
Well, that means Patrice Bergeron's not a Hall of Famer. Jonathan Toews isn't a Hall of Famer. Anze Kopitar, not a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's going to finish with over 1,000 career points. He's 0.97 points per game. So he's almost a point per game. I don't know. I'm not willing to argue. Automatic first ballot lock of a Hall of Famer. What's Barkov's? His career high is 96, correct?
Yes.
What's it called? Kopitar's was 92 at the age of 30. Finished 2-time Cup winner, 3-time Lady Bing, 2-time Selkie winner, which Barkov already has the same amount of cups and more Selkies. Bergeron Cup, 6-time Selkie, career high in points was 79 in 65 games. Jonathan Toews, 3-time Cup, won a Conn Smythe, a Selkie, made an All-Star game, career high in points, 81. I don't think he was ever a point per game. Only in 2012, 2013, 48 and 48 points in 47 games for Jonathan Toews. Outside of that, was never a point per game.
Big breakup.
Oh!
Cologne.
It's a big goal for Anaheim. Alex Killorn gets the Ducks.
Connor Murphy gets caught flat-footed at the blue.
And plenty of time left. Next, I mean, it'll be a battle for the next one, but, Edmonton on their heels a bit now. Anaheim better.
McTavish.
What a pass there by McTavish. Has he been getting more ice time lately? I know there's been talk about that throughout the regular season.
I don't know. Is McTavish the new version of Trocheck? Him and Q don't get along?
Well, look here. 41 points, 75 games. Ice time, least amount since rookie year, which was 9 games, so not even rookie year. Least amount in his career. Playoffs, though, less than 14 minutes of ice time. That's his 3rd point of the series. 3 points, 5 games. Getting a little over 13 and a half minutes of ice time. He's earning it, right? So
Mason McTavish, former World Junior savior for Canada.
Yep. By the way, Cody.
I may be the only one who thinks this is not sure. Coach Q would have won a cup in Florida.
Yeah.
I think he would have.
I think he wins one with Huberdeau, though. I don't think he needs Tkachuk. I don't think the Tkachuk thing ever happened.
Oh, is that a penalty?
Yes, it is. It's the worst time for it, too.
Oh, Jacob Trouba.
You think he thought when he got traded to Anaheim that he'd be in the playoffs before the Rangers again?
Dude, I don't even know.
He's had a pretty good year in Anaheim, right?
He's not as bad as people make him out to be. He was just
35 points, just under 23 minutes of ice time. Oh, Q is saying it's a dive. Not bad, honestly. He's playing 26 minutes a night. He's only 31 years old. You think he'd be a lot older.
The one thing about Q is I wonder if we ever would have traded for Tkachuk because
he really liked Uyghur. And I wonder if Huberdeau goes – I don't know if Huberdeau goes ghost in the playoffs there.
I mean, yeah, because he's probably coached better. Because the main reason we got swept by Tampa Bay was fucking coaching.
Yeah. Now he's in Nashville, that guy.
He legitimately could not break a 1-3-1.
Nope. And almost beat us on that alone. Could you imagine if we didn't go all out at that deadline? We would have went out in the first round.
We would have lost that series. Like I try to tell Kirby this, but Kirby doesn't want to think about this. But I tell him all the time, we would not have won without Giroux.
Yeah, I agree, Cody. I'm not a fan of Big C's either, but, it is what it is, right? Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
Big C's is here to hate watch.
I got 10 minutes on my break, you guys.
So I appreciate it, C's. Yeah. Cody was saying some awful things about you just now. I was just defending you right now.
No. It's okay.
No.
I'm so tired. I can't even think of anything.
Caesar is here to hate watch.
And I'm just here to congratulate Cody on a very good draft for you guys, except for the first pick. That is still a question mark, but
I see
overall,
what they're doing.
We're still taking our victory lap this week, Cody. I mean, it's been like incredible the last week.
Look, if your defense still sucks, I don't know what to tell you.
it won't suck.
It might be bad, but it won't suck.
What suck? Bottom 5?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be as worse as last year.
I think we're looking at what, 18 to 22?
I say top 5, 10.
What a save.
I mean, 10. It'll be between 10 and 15 and 10. All right,
I'm just praying my team is between 20 and 25.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This is the best the Oilers have looked all series. So.
Yeah, that penalty kind of did him in right there. That's probably the game. Yikes.
Maybe.
Which, by the way, hold on a minute. Antonio, it's been a while, my friend.
Wait.
Antonio, you're going to join us for our draft lottery stream next week?
May 5th, the NHL Draft Lottery. A week from today, we will know what pick the Florida Panthers have.
What time are you guys streaming that? It's at 8 o'clock, right?
7, I think.
Okay, I'm in.
We are so excited. Antonio,
That'll determine on what, I mean, if we go top 5, do you guys see them trading the pick?
If we go top 2, I don't. If we get the number 1 overall pick, I mean, it's just like, come on. You know, Antonio, we'll still have that pick to trade, right?
Yeah, even if we lose, like we're still guaranteed a top 10 pick.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have it. We're gonna trade it if we don't get the one we want.
So there's no reason to hate anymore, Antonio.
Yeah, you just have to accept it.
We
We haven't done Tankathon in a while. Go on that website.
Yes, well, I know I do. I hate the Oilers with the passion.
Oh, and on the first draw, guess who I got, Cody?
No, you didn't.
I'm not even joking. I'm gonna share my screen.
Well, you guys are still.
It's going to be Toronto.
Hey, Antonio, I just want to let you know. Take a look right there. Yeah. All three of you.
You know, Draisaitl for McDavid. McDavid
3 for the 3rd overall pick you guys got in this projected Tankathon.
Okay, so you can't have it both ways, Antonio. We're your favorite people, then we make you sick.
Oh,
like pick and choose, buddy.
Extracurriculars from Jeffrey Vale, cross-checking our boy Jake Wallman.
He ain't our boy. Fuck Jake Wallman. You know, one of my favorite things this year is I don't have to listen. I'm not going to name the podcast, but that stupid ass Oilers podcast.
Which one?
Don't want to name it, partly because I don't remember it. But and we won't end up in the Edmonton Journal this year, Cody.
McKenna
is only 6 feet tall. Yeah, and I'm 3'9". You got a problem with that?
Caesar's half of that. Like half McKenna is 2 big C's.
Remind me, Antonio. Hold on a minute. I hate that.
But on the draft, I do like. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm excited about Jacob Rodriguez.
Hey, remind me.
That's the guy I told you, Cody. That was my number 1 linebacker in this draft.
Hey, remind me, guys. What does that say for height for Antonio laughing at Gavin McKenna?
He's 5'10", shorter.
5'10". And you can see who this guy is, right? No hate to Connor Bedard. This is a slight at Antonio, man.
McKenna's just lanky, so that's why it seems like.
I'm just fucking with you,
What-
Antonio.
Like, what point do you guys think you'll get? 8? I think we're gonna stay 8.
Yeah. Cody, what are you gonna do if we get 1?
Save up money to buy a McKenna jersey.
Yeah. You're gonna laugh your ass off on
Do you
stream.
think
I already
they'll
know how
go?
everybody's gonna react. It's
Do you think
incredible.
they'll go McKenna though?
Dude,
Yes.
you have no choice.
What if you trade it?
For who?
For what?
I don't know.
I can
Oh,
get a
Brady
lot.
Kachuk. You're right, Caesar.
Oh, my.
How
No.
stupid of me. Yeah, you're right.
No.
For the first pick,
Sure.
you could probably get anybody.
Shesterkin is Shesterkin from New York Rangers.
I think they would think long and hard about it.
Just because they want that,
Yeah,
number one guy.
Number 2 spin, Cody. Guess who got number 1?
Vancouver?
Toronto, but we got number 2.
Even if it's number 2, you still could.
If we get a top 2 pick, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
There's no way we do.
You never know.
Hey, Caleb Downs had a 12% chance of going to the Dallas Cup, falling to 12 or 11 where he was.
I mean, he would have fell in the 12. I mean, they were eyeing Proctor the entire time, apparently.
Over my Mayoga. How do you pronounce his name?
Maui Noah?
Maui Noah.
No, like once Maui Noah went, they went Proctor.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I'll tell you, the way that draft fell, I'm like, once I saw David Bailey go 2 to New York,
That was a given.
and I'm like, I don't think Arvo Reese goes to the Titans. I thought
the talking one was Tate.
I knew 3 and
Tate
4
was the one that kind of threw everything out of the window.
Tate, but it was like you kind of figured at 3 and 4 with all the additions Tennessee made in free agency that they're gonna go wide receiver. And then the Saints, you knew they needed a wide receiver. So it's like by the time you got to past 7, Sonny Styles with Delaney, it's like you knew the next 4 picks, 2 of them were going to be wide receivers, and 1 of them were going to be
not a high stick.
lineman. So say that again, Cody.
That was a high stick. I guess not.
I like the way Anaheim's still fighting in this, even though they.
Here's Leo Carlson. Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. But I will say, I'm excited about Chris Bell.
Here is Seneca.
Johnson, the corner. I really liked him.
Yeah.
Like I said, I love your draft. Like, I think
if you just took the guy from Penn State when you traded back, I think it probably.
But they wanted to go Proctor because
tackle.
No, it's because he could play all 4 positions. He could play left, right guard, left, right tackle.
Matthew. Yes. I love Malachi Lawrence. I started hearing about him 2 weeks ago. I love his traits. I love his get off. He's got really good pass rushing moves. His motor is really, really good. Nick thinks he's more of a project, but I think he's better than what we got.
Well, the more I watch him, the more I think that this is a guy that can make it an immediate impact.
Yeah.
What a save.
He's going to be better than Ezeraku.
Well, I'm hoping we could get something off the edge this year with Gary Ezeraku and what's his
Look, the Eagles did not have a 10+ sack guy when they won the Super Bowl. So, if we can get contributions from everybody, we'll be okay.
I think, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he's a bit raw. Like, it'll take some time.
Let's see. You just better pray he doesn't turn into Marcus Davenport.
Oh, he won't. Let me have this moment.
Which is kind of the same.
All right, guys. I got to go. I'll talk to you in a bit in the third period, hopefully.
Yeah, Big Suze. Are you coming back for the third? Or are you going to be in the chat?
We can't hear you anymore.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
And
my boy Big C's.
I don't think he's leaving the thing. I think he's staying in. 6:48 to go here in the second period. Kirby will be back hopefully at the start of the third, 30 minutes. 4-1 Edmonton here. 6.5 to go. Anaheim gets another one here. Maybe they can make a third period push.
Don't even try that. It's over, dude.
I want to make it interesting. Can they at least make it 4-3 so I can stay up for the third?
No,
Antonio,
they're going to make it 5-1 to make this more useless.
It might be, Antonio. We'll have to find out. Let's just say we'll be very excited that day.
McDavid already had 19 minutes of ice time.
And by the way, not Lucas Dostal. Ville Husso's looked good since coming in relief for Dostal.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to bring that energy.
Yeah. He's made some big saves there. I don't think for Anaheim, like the second period's been fine. That first period was just atrocious. Take a look here.
I keep forgetting they're still playing. The Ducks are still playing without Rasmus.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a big loss that is for them. I don't know how good he is.
He's their captain, man.
Yeah, but Let's see. They got an old blue line on the right side. I mean, it's just the opposite.
John Carlson, Jago Trouba.
Racco Good or something on the other side. It's what, Lacombe, Mitnikov, and who's the other guy?
Hellison.
I mean, that's stuff attempt there, back to the point.
Or Zellweger.
Trouba shot block. Zellweger, yeah, that's it.
Uh-oh. Damn.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, right? Is he hurt?
No, he ain't. Try to get a call. That boy realized he was offside by an hour or so. Ooh, what a pass. Wait, hold up. All right, never mind.
Yeah. 5 minutes to go here in the second period. 4-1 Edmonton. Games tomorrow night. Are you doing a stream on Thursday, Cody?
Thursday for Game 6.
Or Friday are we doing one?
I know you hate Carolina, but I think they're going to. It just depends whether or not Tampa beats Montreal for me.
You know I hate who?
Tony says, I know you hate Carolina, but I think they're going to the finals.
It doesn't matter if they go. It matters what happens when they get there.
They're going to get rocked sooner or later.
Do you think they would beat Minnesota?
No.
I honestly think it'd probably be over in 5 games if they play Colorado.
Yeah.
I just think Freddie Anderson, it stands no chance.
McKinnon down the wing.
And then the Nate just a McCarr, and then you give Nelson and Kadri on the back door in front.
And Nichushkin on the front.
Nichushkin, I mean,
Landeskog.
Mm-hmm. He looks like himself again, dude. He was incredible in that first round. 5 points in 4 games.
And I didn't even mention Arturi Lehkonen.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm looking here. See here. Gabriel Landeskog, 4 points in 4 games, playing 17 minutes a night. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
What do you think of this? Celebrini getting nominated for the Ted Lindsay in year 2.
Yeah. Who do you think ends up winning that, though?
Why McDavid as always?
I think they might go Kucherov finally.
I don't think the players like Kucherov enough.
Do you think if Celebrity had made the playoffs that they...
I think you definitely have a stronger case.
Especially if it were like them against... Because, like, I don't know. I think LA played the right way against Colorado, and they still lost 4.
I mean, I don't know if he would have made much of a difference. No, then again, he probably would have got him a game or two. But Kevin Fiala was such a huge loss for him.
Yeah, they should have won game 2, honestly, and then that would have been their one, and then maybe you get lucky on, like, home. What did you predict? Colorado in 5?
Yeah, because I thought they'd get one for Kopitar at home.
Yeah, I picked Abs in 4. See, here's Troy Terry.
See,
Granlund. Nope.
Right into the logo.
I mean, that's not even close, Granlund. You got to get one before the end of the period if you're Anaheim, probably, right?
100%.
Face off here. Killorn going in because Granlund was kicked out.
Look at Granlund, point per game.
Oh my gosh, drop the damn puck, dude. Yeah, he's like incredible, like Miko Granlund. One of the more underrated.
I am tired, dog.
Hellison down low.
Ooh.
Ooh. That was the chance, I think, right there.
If they don't get one before the end of this period, they're done.
Yeah, I would say so. They got to get one here.
Oh
my gosh!
Can you pass that? You know what's funny, Nick?
What?
Watching the whole team play,
Yep.
Because Montreal pissed me off the other day.
Yeah.
I've never
watching a bit.
I've never seen a team one time the puck more than
every time. Every freaking time. They're so selective with their shot choice. Suzuki has an opportunity in the high slot to absolutely rip it with some traffic in front. Even if it goes off a body, dude. Like, rip it, dude.
Dude, they got to one-time that every time.
And I don't even think Tampa's played that well, to be honest with you.
Most likely not. I'm here in support of my boy Nick.
Appreciate it, Cody. I would have been by myself if it wasn't for Cody tonight, so appreciate it.
I'm praying Kirby gets here.
He should be.
Yeah, I think he should be.
Kirby's leaving it to me and Cody on the weeknights. To the front, nobody there. Hit him. Oh, good play. Oh, you got to on Lacombe. There you go. McDavid getting back there.
Forgot the puck.
Oh my gosh, Seneca.
I don't know. Does throwing it in front with just traffic in front is that just like a forgotten conclusion anymore? Damn.
Do not tell me they're going to call that.
No.
2.5 to go here. Anaheim really needs one. They go in the next period 4-2. It should be interesting. If it goes 4-1, it won't be.
Oh, they're going to dump and chase here. Hello, McTavish. Oh, intercepted by Connor Murphy.
There you go. Get support by Moore to the point. Over across. Get that on net. Yeah. That's nobody in front there. And then.
Oh!
Yeah, that should be a penalty or two.
What the hell even started that?
Again, this line. I mean, every time this line's on the ice for Anaheim, they get an offensive zone shift.
And a scrum.
Yeah. How have you liked Anaheim's game here, though, overall?
You got like a CC plus because I think your fourth line's playing good, but everyone else is playing like dog shit.
It's kind of crazy if those starters think about that second one. Like, they're in a manageable position.
Oh, Panther fans, we should be used to these scrums all the time.
I also go back to what you're saying about watching these other teams. It's like, man, we really are. We really were. I mean, we're good, man. I mean, we were a wagon, dude. I mean, gosh. And Edmonton comes away with a power play out of all that, I think. No, 4-on-4.
That's 4-on-4.
Gonna need a goal here anyway. So rest of the period will be 4-on-4.
Oh, I just realized. Look who's on the Anaheim bench.
Oh, Jay Woodcroft.
I forgot he was on the Anaheim bench.
He should be. They're showing him
I
right
don't know
now.
how he doesn't get another job.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because he got fired because his goalie couldn't make a save. Like
2025, we were wagon, Antonio. We sold the first 2 games, and then we won 4 out of 5 before sweeping Carolina, and then running through Edmonton.
no, 25 we were wagging. I don't care what you tell me. We had 2 bad games versus Toronto, and then all of our wins.
Walked Tampa
that
in 5. Got our shit together after game 2 against Toronto.
We blew them out after the overtime win. We blew them out 2 out of the next 3.
If we would have won game 7, 5, and/or 7 in close, I would have said okay, whatever. They were blowouts. I mean, Carolina, Carolina, with all due respect to them, it was like a freaking number 1 Atlantic team in the conference playing a wild card 2 team.
Dude, we blew out we had a blowout every series we played in.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Get away, Bouchard.
Uh-oh. Some numbers here for Anaheim. What the hell was that?
I don't know.
What? Did they call too many men? Or is that hit the bench?
No. No, the puck hit an Edmonton player on the bench.
I want this game to be competitive, man. Can they just get a goal?
I will say this postseason, there have not been that many non-competitive games.
I'm trying to think. Well, the Buffalo game 4 against Boston. Every game in Utah, Vegas, outside of game 3, maybe. Every Minnesota game 1. Carolina, Ottawa, I know they swept. I mean, all 4 games were going you had to watch to the final second.
I know, but it was just it was close because Carolina just doesn't like to score more than 2 goals. But
I wonder if that was Ullmark being really good or Carolina just not being able to score.
"20 seconds remaining."
If you're Edmonton, just hold on to this puck, hit the red, get it in deep.
Kirby will be in for the 3rd period.
Oh,
At the latest, he'll be in at least 2 or 3 minutes into the 3rd.
That's 15.3 seconds to go in the second.
Dude, I'm knocking out immediately after this, dude. I'm struggling.
And they're just taking forever to drop this puck because that's what they do. There you go. I guarantee you there's going to be a face-off BS thing. Okay. There's not.
Dude, just dump it in and chase it. And that is it for the second period.
Good night, Cody.
It is indeed a good night.
We'll be back. Go ahead.
And Kirby and Nick will be back with you guys for the third period.
We are
Great.
with a new guest. You may know him as the host of the Cats and Rats podcast.
What happened to that channel, by the way?
I don't know, but please help me welcome. Hold on, Kirby Lupul. There we go.
Okay.
Did it right.
I didn't want any shenanigans with the name there, but thank you for that introduction.
Of course. So Edmonton.
Are we keeping you up tonight? We knew the Oilers weren't going to go out with their mini.
No way.
I looked at the score and I'm like 3-0. That's about right.
Very interesting. Some of the other games, Buffalo losing in overtime to the Boston Bruins, forcing a game 6, going back to Boston.
Well, I do have Buffalo in 6, so I like that. I don't know if I like the other one.
Minnesota, very injured Dallas team. You can tell certain guys aren't fully healthy. A team that I may have foreshadowed to win the cup, although not in my bracket, has a 3-2 lead over the Dallas Stars and are a win away from advancing to the second round for the first time, I think, in over a decade.
Wow. I don't know if that's surprising. One of the teams had to be up 3-2, so it happens to be Minnesota.
Yeah, and they got to close that out. I mean, Cody seems to think it'll go puck drop 55, 54, 53.
Okay, I'm way ahead of you.
Okay, well.
So I'll pause it at 19:10 here. You let me know when you're caught up for everyone in the stream. I hope everyone's synced up in the chat. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Let me know when you're at 19:10. Do a countdown from 15.
Yeah, I'm 20 seconds away. I'll let you know when I. But on the Buffalo thing, it's hard to win series, right? Especially
if you haven't done.
Clinch out games are different. We should know we've had a lot of them in one round. You might remember.
Where are you at for time?
17, 16, 15, 13, 12, 11, 10.
Okay. 9, 8,
7, 6.
Yep.
Perfect. So it's very hard. Bit of house money there in Boston, I think. I've been okay with their game 4. Outside of game 4, I think you have to look at the individual games they played. Maybe game 1, you could argue Buffalo played better, but they had a 2-0 lead with 7 minutes left. You have to look at the way they played, and for the most part, you've been fine with your game, right? It's interesting because if they're able to take game 6, which again, I like the way Boston has played, could be very interesting because certain teams, they're younger, they haven't been able to close out games. You could tell the inexperience a bit there. And
Anaheim caught the post there a little bit.
Yeah. And look, I mean, Buffalo, the inexperience.
There's a question from Merrick here.
No,
what are your thoughts? I've missed a couple games in the series.
I think could say a couple of these teams starting to run out of gas. We ran out of gas because we played more hockey and we got hurt in the regular season. Well, more hockey for Edmonton and Dallas here. I don't think anybody thought this would be the position they'd be in, right? And then look, with all due respect to Minnesota, who I really like, and I had the dream. It's like with the center depth, you would think Dallas should be in a better spot. Now, again, Rope Hintz isn't in. I think Miro Heiskanen's still hurt.
You do? From what you've seen of him play, too?
Well, he hasn't been at morning skates for a reason. So
they really protect him on the maintenance stuff.
You'd have to think there's a reason for that, right?
But then the Edmonton Oilers are watching here tonight. Well, Leon Draisaitl is probably not 100%.
Well, I think Edmonton, you knew they weren't going out in 5, right?
Yeah, the whole injury thing, yeah, I get that to a degree, but you still can't go out in 5.
Right? Yeah, and we'll see. I don't think this game is like the others. I think Buffalo, again, a little bit more of you lose game 6, and I don't want to sit here and panic, if you're them, you have a 3-2 series lead, but they
that
probably
was kind of expected in that series.
That was the one game, you're thinking, gosh, they want to get this done tonight in their home barn, and I think that's a big hit. They'll be able to recover, I think. They have a couple of days off, but it'll be a long couple of days for the Buffalo fans, right? So,
yeah. What about in this game though? Is Edmonton learning any lessons defensively? Are they playing a bit of?
Well, I think it was a good first period. I mean, the shots were 12-6 in the first, and then since then, you can see here they're 14-5 in the next 2, right? And
I saw
then
here's with a chance. Ooh.
good stop there by Ingram.
And then Ingram back in net.
It was just a desperation 15 minutes from Edmonton. Outside of that, I've been fine with Anaheim's games.
Oh, Anaheim's game. What about Draisaitl? Is he taking over, or is that just on the box score look?
He's taken a couple penalty. He hasn't like looked, oh my gosh, ridiculous. McDavid's coming back on plays. He looks good.
McDavid does today.
Yeah.
But what about your guy Jackson Lacombe? He's up for the Conn Smythe right now.
Well, no Conn
People are like, he has a number one defenseman. Oilers media is saying that, Nick. Who would have thought that when he did that knee on knee with Barkov? That we were.
I thought he was a nobody. That's why I
we didn't know who he was.
I'm like, who's this guy?
That was his rookie year, right?
Yeah.
He was probably about 20 to 30 games in, I believe.
He was on that gold medal team for Team USA.
Oh yeah, that's a big stamp of approval there. But I'm saying like Oilers media is like, this guy's a number one defenseman, no doubt about it. He's controlling this. Did you see how the other night there when he kept that puck in and they scored?
Yeah.
The field goal.
He's really impressive.
3 plays by Lacombe on that goal.
He's really impressive. But I think for this game for Anaheim, I don't think you can be outside of the first 10, 15 minutes, which they pulled Dostal, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh, I someone sent me a message and that Kirby Dostal's up to it again, not having. He hasn't had a good series.
He hasn't had a good season.
Even season, we'll say. But the playoffs even worse. Like his rebound control.
They're showing McDavid. He went back to the bench limping a bit. Grimacing in pain.
Who did?
McDavid.
Okay, I'm seeing him now on the Sportsnet feed. What feed do you got? What feed do you got?
TNT. But I think if you're Anaheim, like, I don't think if you asked Anaheim, do you expect to win both games at home when they won game 2? I think they would have said no. Like, let's split. Let's get there. So I think you look at this game as
they have
wash a bit.
But then does the pressure all shift to Anaheim, which we talked about this when we played Edmonton and we were up 3-0.
I think less so than like some of the other series, right? Like I think Buffalo is a little bit more pressure than an Anaheim, simply because of a dominating win in game 4. And by all accounts, I think they're like, we need to get this done. But Boston has had some good pushback in the series. They played well. I don't know if you're full panic if you're Buffalo, but it's like, damn it, missed opportunity. The Philly one's really interesting. Because
I missed the last game or 2 of that series, but Pittsburgh, I don't care what they did in net, they just did not play well defensively. Did not give goalie a chance.
They were losing a couple battles. I think you take a look on the breakout. Number 1, they were allowing Philadelphia to get in on the forecheck quicker than they should. Nobody was holding any of the Philly forecheckers up at the blue line. Number 2, the puck support was awful. In game 5. The puck support in the breakouts, they were clean. They were quick. They were holding up guys, delaying that forechecker, buying their defenseman a little bit more time. They were forcing Philadelphia to make a little bit more mistakes. They kind of flipped the script a bit, a bit. And that's the thing.
Well, Pittsburgh wasn't showing any type of structure.
Correct. And I didn't even like Pittsburgh's game 4, to be honest with you. I thought Philadelphia outplayed him game 4. But when you take a look at, I think Pittsburgh, those battles on the forecheck, puck management, puck support, breaking out, those 4 areas, they've really, and obviously it's really just been the intensity being ramped up. Their players are playing better. They're playing harder. And now all of a sudden you can really see it. And again, flip the script where it's like 3-0 lead for Philadelphia. I was saying after game 4, when it was 3-1, it's like, I think Philadelphia has been the better team in every single one of these games. If they bring that effort again, which they have consistently done throughout the whole series, they're going to be fine. They didn't bring it in game 5. Is there room for panic? The reason they won't bring it in game 6? If they bring it in game 6 and it was just a one-off, then they're fine. But if this is the series starting to get flipped, Philadelphia is not one of those teams, Kirby, where it's like they're in Edmonton, they're this, they're that. They're not one of these like bona fide teams. They're a team that was on a heater for a month. And are they going to succumb to playoff pressure? Is it just their heater's over? Like, I think there's 2 teams that are capable of losing these, allowing a comeback, right? And they're usually teams that aren't as playoff caliber or as good. I think Pittsburgh's one of them. I think Philadelphia is the other one. Like, these are 2 teams that are capable of allowing the other team to come back, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, and again, that's not to sit here and slight against them. It's just, I mean, nobody had Philly and Pittsburgh as playoff teams, and I don't think anybody will have them as playoff teams next
You're
season.
lucky if someone had one. If they were
right?
Philly,
And I
that
think
was pretty ambitious.
I think it'd be hard pressed to find teams having them as next season. The Rick Tocchet, Matvey Michkov thing is
yeah.
really
That's
interesting.
interesting. Just saying the New Jersey, someone would have had New Jersey or Rangers or potentially both in the Metro, which would
I think you would ask. I think
Pittsburgh and Philly would not have been in, and then the Atlantic.
Columbus. I don't know how
Nothing
they're
much.
like. Columbus is a team that they probably thought maybe getting in.
But at most 4 Metro teams. At most, we had 5. I think that
But
was.
it's like lucky for them. Pittsburgh's not that great either. But if this script is starting to get flipped in a way where Philadelphia's heater's over, they're not one of these teams that are like they're here and they're here to stay. I think they're a team kind of like 1 year in, 1 year out. It's not like to me, to put it bluntly, they're not good enough to sit here and rely on their skill and the team they are to finish this series. They are very, very capable of succumbing, of losing.
Yeah, and Pittsburgh and Philly are new teams with new coaches.
And I would say the same thing for Pittsburgh.
We've seen that bump last year with Washington. They're out this year.
And I would say the same thing for Pittsburgh. Both are very both.
But would you pick Washington's lineup over Pittsburgh or
yes,
Philly? You're not a prisoner of the moment right now. Like
it's like
yes, right.
Both teams can have a 4-game losing streak very easily, whereas the other teams in the playoffs, more established teams, are not as susceptible to that. So
those teams are going to have a harder time going on a run. Now I know Philly was the hottest team down the stretch.
But if that's over, are they just back to the mid team they were pretty much the whole year? And if they are, then of course they could lose 4 straight games. And Pittsburgh, are they?
Pittsburgh, you got a lot of old guys that are a year close to retirement, and then you got these young guys.
Those are the 2 questions for me. Is Pittsburgh flipping the script, or is it desperation? Because if Philly's heater's over, then I think they could be in some trouble.
Nurse just got trucked there by Trouba.
I would honestly wait to see what happens in the first period of Game 6, first 20 minutes. That's going to tell me a bit, and we'll see. But I've liked Philly majority of the series. We'll see if the heater's over or if they've
basketball.
And you're starting to see, by the way, Dan Vladar has not been too good the last couple games.
The last
2 games, so should be interesting.
I'm in the gym, Antonio. You got to get on the line and give me some sprints.
Yeah, for that first round pick, Antonio. Thank you.
What's Antonio had to say here tonight? We always appreciate him being by.
Hopes we get the last potential pick we can get. That's what he said. And then
I love Door's comments. If I'm saying,
and then I rolled. I actually did Tankathon first spin
today. We haven't done that in a while. I don't know if we're recording that, but okay.
I didn't record it. I did share it after. First spin was Panthers won the lottery. Second spin, the Leafs won the lottery, but Panthers finished second.
Oh, okay. That's good. We'll take those second odds. Earthen, he'll maybe give you 1, but I don't know how much this guy can give you. But yeah, get some magic going for a game.
That's
some of the goaltending. It's been really high level, and then other stuff you're really wondering.
Because here's the thing for me, Kirby. If Philly's heater is over and they are back to the team they were the majority of the year, they can lose 4 in a row. Right?
Yeah.
Moving me about fleecing Kyle Davidson. I didn't fleece Kyle Davidson. Bill Zito did. Kyle
Davidson will pick up Elliot Friedman's call. Bill Zito's not so quick to that.
No, he is not.
What sources does Elliot have here as I'm knocking everything down?
But wanted to get your thoughts, Kirby, on the caliber of those teams and the series leads.
I don't know. I haven't seen a little bit of the Pittsburgh and Philly. You talk about Buffalo a lot. There's no room for panic there. Can Boston put together 2-3 wins? I don't know on that.
That's the question I have.
Buffalo, that was big what they did in Boston. Like that was. So
I think for Buffalo,
right.
I think it's more disappointment tonight than anything.
But they're not scared to go back. That's not the old TD Garden, Boston Gardens of yesteryear. It's not.
No.
The
So
magic's gone.
I don't
And
think
I think
that.
we can from them.
I think it's more disappointment tonight because there was a really, really like big hope that they can win the series tonight. So I don't think going into Game 6 they should be much concerned. A little bit of reservation because I think there was a lot of excitement tonight, and it's a big disappointment to come away and you got to go back to Boston. But honestly, if I had to rank on the series that are 3-2 or will be 3-2 in terms of how nervous they should be.
But a lot of more series, Nick, have gone 3-0, 3-1. We didn't expect that. It's a wide open first round, right? So some of these teams that got off to 3-0, 3. Now Colorado, that one's not a surprise, but Carolina, Ottawa, Buffalo, Boston, this series.
Yeah,
like,
I think if you had to rank how nervous they would be, like I don't think Anaheim has much reason to be nervous. I mean, again,
if it was going to be 3-1 in this series, it was going to be Edmonton.
Well, yeah, and Anaheim, they're probably going to lose this one as we go to commercial break here, but I don't think there's room for panic yet. I think this is a desperation.
You're like how their guys are playing individually and they're playing their game, counterattack.
But this is a desperate home game from Edmonton, right? So then you're going to go back to Anaheim, and I think they'll be ready to play.
Yeah, there's been really no carryover in these games due to the goaltending, due to the high event hockey.
And again, this lead that Anaheim has, one of those goals was weak by Dostal, or else it would have been 2-0. One of the goals
3-0 was a backbreaker, you mean?
Yeah, and then they took out and then they put Husso in.
Are they going to start Husso?
Outside of the first 15 minutes, I think Anaheim has played better. Has had the better.
So outside the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes. So I don't think there's huge reason for panic here.
What I've seen, I know we've been doing a lot of
get off to just a better start. If you're just down 1 or 2,
I know Anaheim this period, but Edmonton has the lead here.
So it's like you get off, even if it's just 0-0, or you're down 1-0 after the first, you get better as the game goes on, Anaheim. So I don't think the Ducks should panic.
I think that's some coaching there too. I better plug in here. Give me a sec.
And he goes off the screen.
Gotta plug in.
Here's Seneca turned over.
I'm lucky I got everything set up here tonight. Literally got down here to set up right when puck drop. That'll be the best I can do on these late ones, though. Third, if I'm away.
Oh, here's a turnover.
But Ingram's look good here, back in net.
Yeah, I mean, again, do you trust that? I mean,
well, and I don't think he was the problem either. It's the Edmonton defense and how they're playing. But it was kind of surprising they went to Jari too, and then they come back. So you just never know. I was hearing Struddy talk the other day on the Oilers, post-game show here on YouTube, and he's like, I'm never right with the goaltending in Edmonton. I never know what they're going to do. I say one goalie, they start the other. I say they're going to pull the kind scene, right?
And I don't think when you look at Connor Ingram's performance, like watching them again, I know people like to point to the stats, like Stuart Skinner, 1 week, yes. Stuart Skinner, I don't think was bad in that series for Pittsburgh, right? I don't think they're really getting much better goaltending. I mean, maybe slightly.
I'm not blaming Ingram. I'm not blaming Skinner. There's some goalies, Dostal.
By the way, Skinner, you can't judge him as a 50. You can't judge Skinner as a 50-game Stanley Cup starter. If you put him on a well-structured team and put him 35, 40 games, pretty good. That's better than most goalies.
Don't get me started on the Skinner stuff.
Like I'm just saying, if you put any other goaltender, like not any other, if you put Aiden Hill or somebody else in Edmonton, they're not doing any better. Like the only reason Stuart Skinner is so harshly judged is because he was a starter for a Canadian market, for a Canadian team. And
I think some of our fan base is hard on Skinner because they've seen him in the finals. But you know what? That's also the Stanley Cup finals. He was the guy that pretty much got them there. 80% of it.
If I'm putting my money on anybody, I don't really want to put my money on anybody because I think both those teams have been the second best team in those series, right?
Yeah, I don't want to put my money on Either one
But if
helps.
I have to do one, it would be.
He's asking you though, so good. I don't have.
If I had to do one, it would be Pittsburgh. Because
I don't even know if you believe that.
and I don't fully believe that. There's a question I have is
Why would you put money on Pittsburgh?
I wouldn't, but if I had
No,
to,
that's the question. But if you, why would you? You have to give some type of answer. What
well,
Crosby?
like I just said, I think if Philadelphia's heater is over, then I think they're back to the team that.
So
they
it's
had-
more the team they're playing against is how you.
Yeah, I think Philadelphia would be the team more susceptible than Buffalo, for example, right?
That's a good way to answer it.
Because it'd be like trying to think, like the Seattle Seahawks when they went 7-9 or whatever and won a playoff game, right?
Where's that lottery pick, Antonio? I would consider it, sure, I guess. But if it's top one, top two,
I don't think Skinner. I think Stuart Skinner gets so much hate. This guy, I'm just saying.
he's not. I
compare-
watched the games, and you can look at the stats.
Comparing him to what the goaltending they're getting right now. I want you to sit here and like compare him to other goals. Like, would Aiden Hill have done any better in Edmonton?
I want percentage stat. I want someone to do the math. I don't know if it's out there. What was Stuart Skinner through 3 games on breakaways and 2-on-1s? He might have been over 80%, Nick.
Oh, glove save by Ingram.
Oh. Was he like? Did he allow a breakaway?
I don't know, but Pittsburgh played like dog shit.
And people are like, well, he's got to come up with some of those bad ones. Well, when he's making 5, 6 high danger breakaways, 2-on-1s, can he not allow 1 or 2 bad goals in the 3rd game and they don't give him?
I think this whole thing, first of all, Stuart Skinner is a backup, 30, 35.
1B goalie. That means backup or that means behind your.
Stuart Skinner can start more games and be better than Daniil Tarasov. I think in a different, but like if you put Aiden Hill in Edmonton,
he can be better than Devin Cooley, who a lot of people like.
First of all, if you put Aiden Hill in Edmonton, what is he doing?
Yeah, Aiden Hill backup in Vegas now, right?
What is Aiden Hill doing in Edmonton?
And Aiden Hill's making $6 million.
What is Aiden Hill doing? Am I saying Stuart Skinner's a 50-55 game starter the way he's been for
Maybe
Edmonton? No.
anymore.
Do I think he could start 35-40 games? Do I think he could start 35-40 games for Carolina and do well? That I think.
Carolina with 3 or 4 goalies, he could play 35.
I'm not saying he's a 50-game starter, but if you don't think Stuart Skinner, who's been a starter for Western Conference Championship teams, can't play 35-40 games on a good team.
He's played over 50 games 3 times in his career.
You can't judge him based off what he's been forced to do. If he's playing 35, 40-ish games on a well-structured team like Carolina.
And he's 27 years old right now.
Like,
that is not
you can't
old.
judge him as a 50-game starter. You have to judge him as a 35, 40-game guy who goes into a good team, for example, like Carolina, and he can do his thing, and he can be it. He doesn't have to sit here and deal with the Canadian market. He doesn't have to sit here and deal with Darnell Nurse and Evan Bouchard trying to figure out what they're doing, and Eric Carlson and Chris Letang. He can go, play his 35, 40 games, start 10, 12 games in the playoffs, be a rotating guy in Carolina.
If you need him for the playoffs.
If you need him, and be successful. And you want to know why? Because he's done that in Edmonton.
Yeah,
so
can Daniil Tarasov or some of these backups play in the playoffs? No.
If he's had success in Edmonton, why can't he have success on a better team in a better situation playing less? I just don't know why. And number 2, does anybody see Tristan Jarry and Connor Ingham, Jack Campbell? I mean, Mike Smith. I mean,
who's the other guy? Calvin Pickard.
I mean, like, come on.
Right. And I understand that's the same team Edmonton that Skinner's on, but put Skinner on a Carolina, like Nick said, or a Florida.
Right? I'm not saying he's
their backup is JoJo.
I'm just saying, you're saying he can't play 30, 35 games? Like,
and if he was in Tampa playing, say, 30, 32 games, I think that'd be pretty good for Vasi come this time of year. Just saying.
You might not even need, I'm not saying he might not need to play a game in the playoffs, but Carolina runs like a 3 goalie rotation some years or whatever. You're telling me he can't play 35-ish games, maybe 38 for Carolina in the regular season, and then go into the playoffs for the first 2 rounds for Carolina and does what Freddie Anderson does, come on.
Good to know there, Dor. Watching Husso here tonight.
Like I said, Freddie Anderson wasn't able to make the Stanley Cup final with the Ducks, with the Leafs, or with the Carolina Hurricanes. Stuart Skinner made a Stanley Cup final with the Edmonton Oilers. And was the best player in the
Edmonton
Western
still has
Conference.
not figured out their defense. They could save the 23-24 season to some degree, but they overall with their organization, they haven't figured it out on the back end.
No. Stuart Skinner has been volatile, yes, but that's because he's been asked to do too much in a situation that's not suited for a guy like that. But he can do good things in a lesser role on another team. So I just don't think you could look at Skinner and say, well, he struggled as a 50-game starter here, so that means he's the worst. There are a lot worse goalies in the NHL than Stuart Skinner that you just don't know because they don't have the role Stuart Skinner has. If Daniil Tarasov or Aiden Hill or whoever were in Edmonton, they would be just as bad, if not worse. And you would see that. But you don't see that. Why? Because they're either on better teams or they're playing 25 games. Like, they don't have to play 45, 50 games for the Edmonton Oilers. They don't have to play behind Darnell Nurse for a regular season game. Ever. So, I don't know. I think it's overhated. It's because of, and look, here's the other thing.
Marketplace.
Say what you want about Stuart Skinner. I mean, he got him to a Game 7 and only allowed 2 goals in a Game 7.
Who's done more? Linus Ullmark or Stuart Skinner? Ullmark gets a lot of flowers in regular seasons. What he did in Boston, blew up in Boston. This year, not good in regular season, was really good in the playoffs. You don't know what you're getting from Ullmark. He's a starter. And by the way, Ullmark's never played 50 games, everyone. The most he's played is 49.
I'm just going to say,
so I'm not going to pay Philip Gustafson.
Stuart Skinner in his career,
Stuart
Skinner in his career, 121, 71, and 23 with a 902 save percentage. He's played 50 games 4 times in his career. Linus Ullmark's played. I'm not saying Linus Ullmark is better than Stuart Skinner.
We're not saying that, but I'm not going to pay Ullmark all this money or Gustafson all this money. I don't even think Ottawa wants Ullmark there 100%. So I'm not going to get one of those starting goalies and pay them $8 million. I'll have Stuart Skinner as my 1B backup and pay him 2.5. And I'll have Binnington.
I'm just saying, like,
you don't think Binnington Skinner is not going to work?
He was placed into a tougher position in a worse situation at a younger age than any goalie has. And I'm just saying this: he's had more success than any Edmonton goaltender. I mean,
he's beat Jake Ottinger twice in the Western Conference Final.
Like Jake Ottinger in the conference final. He's outplayed Ottinger in the cup.
Yeah. So Skinner can't outplay Freddie Anderson on Carolina. Get out of here.
You're acting like Stuart Skinner is like an absolute awful. You don't make a Stanley Cup final with that bad of a goaltender. I don't care how great your players are. Okay.
And this is him going into, not necessarily the player assistance program, but they gave him a refresh. He comes back and he ends up playing and beating Dallas, right? Refresh, and then he came back and knocked off Dallas.
And no, I'm not saying Skinner's the perfect goaltender, but you can't sit here and say he is completely awful. Oh, so bad.
Like awful. Don't want him anywhere near the
Kirby, he's not playing 25, 30 games on a good team. He's playing 50, 55 games in the Edmonton Oilers.
Hey, Nick, we're learning this. People undersell games played and minutes played by defensemen. It's one of the things most overlooked, I think, by NHL fans.
Like, I'm just saying.
Like Seth Jones, he's a bum. Look at the minutes the dude plays.
Look at
the horse.
Stuart Skinner has struggled.
First to say that, Antonio, and you know that.
Stuart Skinner has struggled in part because of situation and workload. If you
people should listen to us. They didn't listen to us on Seth Jones. They don't want to listen to us on Stuart Skinner, and it happens, Nick. We'll see.
Antonio, then why hasn't anybody else been able to win in Edmonton? Why wasn't Jack Campbell able to win in Edmonton? Why hasn't Tristan Jarry? Why isn't he the starting goal?
Edmonton's problems. They gave up Dylan Holloway. They gave up Broberg. They gave up Ryan McLeod. Do you want me to go on?
Did you watch the games, Antonio, in those games? The Skinner in those games? Did you watch Pittsburgh's defense?
Me and Nick did.
I mean, come on.
They were getting breakaways that felt like every 4 minutes.
If you adjust the defensive situation and the workload for Stuart Skinner, he becomes a viable 1B or a backup, a high-end backup.
People got to understand what 1B means. And there's not many of those guys out there, but that's what Stuart Skinner can be. Like, 1B means he's not a starter, but he has been a starter. You can give him starters workload. You can play him in the playoffs. You can play him whenever you need to. That is not Daniil Tarasenko.
Now, do I want him as starting playoff games for me? Probably not.
No, but Pittsburgh chose to. It wasn't necessarily the wrong choice. Now they're getting a little goaltending bump with Sheloffs. But if they were so confident Sheloffs, don't you think he would have started?
Okay, sure. It's not Stuart Skinner's fault that Pittsburgh couldn't break the puck out of their own net, out of their own zone the first 3 games.
And turn it over constantly from blue to blue.
I mean, like, how many turnovers?
Yeah, go look at it. We'll pull it up on.
I would be okay if he starts 30 games.
Was it 18 in the first game? 18 or 20?
If you don't think Stuart Skinner can play 30, 35 games for the Florida Panthers and be fine, I don't know.
I love it. Nick, sign me up. $2.5 million as our 1B. Sign me up.
33 games, Kirby, that's a backup.
Yeah, I'm taking the over probably on Antonio's number, but it's right around that. What's the problem with that? Are you fine with that, Nick?
Yeah,
Bob and Skinner.
Hold on. So
hold
on. Stuart Skinner can play 50 games in Edmonton, but he can't play 30 games in Florida. We're acting like this guy's Jonas Johansson. He's not Jonas Johansson. He's just a guy who's been overplayed in the wrong situation.
Is Barkov back playing, Nick, in this situation?
I'm not saying Stuart Skinner's a starter.
Is Anton Lundell healthy and playing?
But Stuart Skinner is a better goaltender than a lot of the backups in the NHL. And they act like he's Jonas Johansson, and they act like he's the worst goalie to ever play.
I don't mind Kachekov. I don't know how much of a difference that is between Tarasov. What were your thoughts? I might lean.
Do we think? Hold on. Do we think Stuart Skinner is better than Vitek Vanacek?
Oh, I heard people online tell me Vanacek. He's just another Vanacek. Tarasov below Skinner out of the water. I'm like, I don't know where you guys are evaluating this. I really don't. Kachekov is an option for me. He's in. If you want to put him in the Skinner tier, fine. But I don't think he's way better or, below.
I'll give you an example. Why can't Stuart Skinner do what Alex Lyon does on the right team? 35, 40 games, maybe rotate in the playoffs.
Yeah, did everyone love Alex? Was Alex Lyon that great in Detroit? No, he wasn't. You know why? He ran out of gas because he can't play too many games.
But that's what you're saying. And I'm not even saying, if Stuart Skinner's our backup, I'm more than okay with that, number one. Number two, if he 35, 38 games, like I've said it million.
Yeah, Vejmelka was off last night, but he's been all right.
I don't know. I just think he gets overhated for being the guy to carry the heavy workload in Edmonton.
And what everyone sees online and all that.
Like, if he's as bad as everybody says he is, well, then go put Jonas Johansson in net for $775. Go put somebody else in net go put Vitek Vanacek in.
Look at this one. That's a telling there. UPL is supposed to be a starter, and your boy's saying, "I'd rather have Stuart Skinner." I'm not saying everyone has to go that far, but that's for discussion. I don't trust UPL would come to Florida, and what would he be? He would have to be the starter, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'll have Skinner for the one.
Do you think? I have a question, Kirby. Do you think Sam Montembeault would be?
See, that's tough because he's a starter, but then what is Florida utilizing him for? At this point, it would be a back. It would be a 1B.
Antonio, you can't just look.
Montembeault Skinner toss up. Lean to Montembeault by 60%, but he's got a lot of problems going on.
Antonio, you can't just look at that and be like, that's it. Like, did you watch the game, Antonio? I want to ask, did you watch the game?
But Antonio, Montembeault, hasn't he struggled this year? Is he a bum now? He was a bona fide starter.
What's the role, Antonio? First of all, Antonio, did you watch those Pittsburgh games? Or are you just going based off this, that, the other thing, therefore this?
Power play here, an empty net for Anaheim. We're getting into big goalie debates here.
How many games is Skinner playing, and who's the starter?
We might have an obligatory horn coming up here. If Edmonton scores in this empty net, oh, Anaheim just missed there.
Correct, your boy. That's not Skinner. Skinner was the best player.
He might have been the best player in their two losses.
Okay, Antonio, that's not what I asked. I asked, did you watch the games? And yes, Pittsburgh has played much better defensively in those two games. Crosby had no points in the first, 3 games. So Sidney Crosby all of a sudden is now better because Stuart Skinner's out of the net.
Broken twig. Anaheim is carrying play here in the third, though. This is a good period for them.
So Pittsburgh gave up breakaways after break. I have a question, Antonio. Did you remember the Owen Tippett shorthanded goal in Game 2? What would you like Stuart Skinner to do there? When 2 Pittsburgh Penguins get beat to the loose puck on a power play.
Oh, the Carlson soft stuff.
And then get deked for a 2-on-1 and they go backdoor to Owen Tippett. What would you like Stuart Skinner to do?
After probably saving 2-3 breakaways before that.
2-on-0s, breakaways, 2-on-1s. I'm not saying he was perfect. He allowed some weak goals in Game 3.
Another penalty or too many
But
men?
Stuart Skinner was fine for the most part. He's not the reason Pittsburgh was losing those games. You're saying Shelovs makes the 2-on-1 save, the shorthanded one. Is that what you're saying?
They counted 7. I'm looking
Spencer
at it now.
Knight. I'd rather have Spencer Knight over Stuart Skinner.
Yeah, that's too many men. There's 6 right there.
Are you saying they counted 7 breakaways for Philadelphia?
Or is Dor saying 7 men on the ice right now? I would like to know how many breakaways. How many turnovers, too, we're getting so much into the Flyers and Penguins. I think the Penguins had about 18 to 21 turnovers documented on Money Puck in Game 1. And I was watching it, so I didn't need to look at the box score of it. If you look it up, Nick, I think it was between 18 and 20. That's a high number in the playoffs. And a lot of those probably was halfway through the game. And Game 2, I think, was pretty close to the same.
Ways 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 giveaways I counted for Pittsburgh here in Game 3.
I think it's more than that in Game 2, or especially in 1.
Game 2.
And Game 3, Skinner could have had 1 or 2, but I don't think.
Yeah, Game 3 was his worst game. Let's see, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 giveaways in Game 2. Game 1.
I think it's 18. Could be wrong.
Game 1 in which Skinner.
Again, I could probably record more than what they actually.
And go back and watch.
And how many defensive zone ones, too, in Game 1?
Well, I just want to say, go back and watch the third goal in Game 1. What is Chris Letang doing?
What's Erik Karlsson doing at place? Gerard doesn't want to take a hit in the first 2-3 games I was watching. Allergic to contact. Well, there's Nurse almost. You got Nurse out there working power play time. Okay. Just over a minute to go here. I haven't seen any scoring here tonight. Well, we're going to be seeing some more Edmonton Anaheim on this stream, Nick.
Yeah.
Is it Thursday? I can be there for it. If it's Friday, no. Is it Thursday?
Final minute. So Edmonton's going to force a Game 6 here.
When is Game 6? Thursday? I think it is. Chat.
Let me see here. Game 1.
We can probably cover game 6. Probably be off tomorrow.
Giveaways 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Be tracking
11, 12, 13, 14, 15 giveaways in game 1.
And how many in the defensive zone?
Oh,
8, 9?
defensive zone giveaways 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kind of comparing it here to Philadelphia.
Probably a lot cleaner.
Edmonton's going to win this game, by the way.
And we're a final. Like, there was no pressure by Pittsburgh in those early couple.
4 in the defensive zone, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Edmonton wins this game.
The Edmonton,
4-1.
the Edmonton streamers will be happy tonight. They're like, it's over. The one guy that's on right now, watching his heart rate. He's got a heart rate monitor. Well, chat. I want to thank you guys for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Oh, we got Mythical Gamer back. Nice to see you, Mythical. Nice to see you, Dora. Nice to see different people in here during the chat too on different nights here. Some of you guys night owls, earlier games. Appreciate you guys being here. This series will continue to track, and then the Tampa Bay Montreal ones. We're kind of locking in on those. Maybe the other game 7s if Minnesota or Dallas goes there. I'm not sure on tomorrow, Antonio. I'll be around on Thursday. Tomorrow could be a little tighter for schedule. I don't know if Cody or Nick might want the night off here, but I'll be here for Thursday with whoever wants to be here with me. Would it be for this game, Nick?
I don't really want to watch this game again. I prefer one of the other games.
If you end up doing other games, it would be Montreal.
When does Minnesota play? What's it called?
Did they get an extra day off there?
I don't know. It's so weird, that freaking thing.
If that's Friday, you guys would have to cover that, but that would be game
Friday is no. The Stars and Wild play Thursday, as do Edmonton and Anaheim.
on Thursday, Anaheim and Edmonton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to do that one. I think we've already planned that. I think Cody and I will be here for that.
Tomorrow night.
Not sure on tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, Montreal takes on the Tampa Bay Lightning.
If we do a game, it would be that one. If not,
there's only one elimination game: Philadelphia and Pittsburgh.
No, I don't think we'll be covering that one. But
if the Minnesota Wild beat the Dallas Stars, and then they get off to like a 1-2-0 series lead against Colorado, Kirby.
I think Colorado might rather face Minnesota.
Yeah, for the center depth, for sure. But I don't know.
I know Dallas is missing Rope, though, like you said, and there's some concerns there. But Dallas plays well.
Well, hello there.
Hello. I heard you drop by earlier.
Yeah, I come and go when I want.
Yeah.
That seems to be. What did you have
Well,
to say?
now that we're all on together, Caleb Downs is a Dallas Cowboy. Yeah.
I see you got a practice jersey on.
Yeah. Just I couldn't even change here.
Oh, okay.
What do you call it? Do you call it like pennies up there? Is that what you guys call it?
Well,
up
this is
there?
not, pennies. But
Yeah,
this is
pennies.
practice. This is reversible.
We call it
practice.
pennies as well.
That's what we call it in the States. What do you call it? Pennies? Sonny?
Reversible practice jersey. But we had pennies on the other teams had them, but we were reversible. Yeah. So a lot of the jerseys now too are reversible, which is don't have to pack two.
So this one, do you guys talk about the game?
Well,
Yeah.
we're talking about the other series when I got here, but you guys can talk about the game of it. And I'm like Nick said, they were out of it for 10-15 minutes, but they carried pace and play with the rest of the game.
You're right, Adonis. He's better than Arvel Reese.
Not a bad guy.
Who, Arvel Reese? I'd rather have Caleb Downs, but it's okay.
You can clip that, Adonis. I think the three of us are all on the same page there. Me, Caesar,
Got our top guy.
Adonis. Against the University of Miami in the playoff game, Arvel Reese was missing, and so was Sonny Styles, who was the only player on Ohio State that was visible in that game.
I know.
What's that? Who is that,
Oh,
Nick?
your boy,
Margot
you
Reese.
could talk to Caesar about this. He was like, Kirby might go after running. I'm like, we're not taking a running back.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this.
So
I'm
he
gonna
can
say
be as good
this.
as he wants.
I'm not gonna.
I'm not regretting it. No
hold on.
regret.
Me, Kirby, and Caesar, we don't agree a lot on the Cowboys. In fact, there's a lot of times we disagree a lot.
The
This is
complete
the-
sides of the story.
This is the one player in pick we're all like pounding.
This is the one I was.
table.
This is the one I wanted from the beginning.
Okay,
Like-
this is the one I want from the beginning, Caesar, and I never wavered. You got to add the point into that for me.
Like
I
for
never
me,
wavered.
it was.
I
Downs.
agree.
It's like,
I like
for me-
Styles, I like Baines, but I never wavered off of Downs.
I'm
Yeah.
like, if you have a chance, like for me, I like Styles, I like Bain, I like Delane,
You guys like Delane more than me, yeah.
but I'm like
I didn't like
was
Delane as much.
I was okay trading up to 6 to get Caleb Downs.
Yeah, and
Nick would ask me every day, "Are we trading up? I'll trade if we're getting him. Yeah, I'll trade up. Yes.
We didn't really
Yeah,
have
okay.
to.
and listening to Vach, because he actually works for the Cowboys now, so he's got some more intel. He said that the Cowboys were very close to trading to the Cleveland Browns for that number 6 pick.
We got
So-
a couple of different football games fans and here.
Yeah.
Enjoy Jalen Thompson. He's a dog at free safety, underrated pickup for you guys.
And
Like
now
you
there's
said-
not even pressure for him to be good with Downs.
It's like
Exactly.
he always got overshadowed by Buda Baker. Now he's probably going to get overshadowed by Caleb Downs, right? So it's like that's kind of what we needed. And you know what's kind of weird? It's like this is a position we have not been able to get right for 15 years. That
More
Longer
than
than-
that.
Since I
More
have
than that. Since
15
Darren Woodson. Since Darren
the
Woodson.
90s.
Caesar was a fan.
early 2000s, 90s, you're saying?
So the
My-
last
yeah,
the
my
last
first year as
safety
a fan.
the last safety that was taken in the first round was Williams. Roy Williams. That was
Isn't
the
he the
last
receiver?
Was
Roy Williams, the safety, number 31.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't remember him there?
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think he was classified as
So
safety.
a couple of things. After not getting this position right for what, 20, 25, 30 years, whatever it is, we have overhauled it in 3 months.
Yeah.
I mean, you go from historically never getting the position right to probably having a top 5 safety room in the NFL. Like, and the other part we haven't gotten right for a while is defensive tackle, the interior of the defensive line.
What
The
did John
two-
say that that's fine to get freak athlete, but
No.
Caleb
I'm
Downs
sorry.
they're saying generational IQ.
And
no
the-
IQ as Panther fans.
Yeah, and the film doesn't
I
lie.
like what the Raiders did, by the way, mythical game.
The
These
Raiders
guys
did
aren't on
really good.
Mendoza.
They got better. They got better with the free agents, the linebackers that they've gotten. They're lucky that Crosby trade didn't go through, because that just makes them even way better on the defensive end front. So
But I don't know. Does that match their timeline? I don't know.
No, I'm going to be
No.
honest with you. I think it would have been better for them to get the 2 first and get Mekhi Lemon
I'm
this
with you.
year, get Mekhi Lemon this year, and then next year.
Because how
I mean-
much is he going to make a difference in the
Okay,
division?
I'm just going to say this. Ready? Mekhi Lemon this year, and then you suck really, really, really bad this next year.
who's the
Then
number
wide
one
receiver.
receiver next
Then
year?
wide
Go get fucking
From
Jeremiah
Ohio
Smith.
Yes.
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith
Right?
is going to be
Now,
a
again,
great-
What they might do is if Crosby ends up having a good year, right? Do they trade him at the deadline for a first and a second or whatever? And then do they say, we're going to package these first? Let's say they have 5 and the guy they traded it to is 22, right? Like the pick they get.
Yeah.
Do they trade 5 and 22 to jump up to 3 to ensure Jeremiah Smith? Because here's the thing.
I don't know how many teams are going to be moving that pick, but I get what you're saying.
And you have to know who's in front of you, right? So
Yeah.
there's next year's a quarterback heavy draft, so to speak. This year was supposed to be. with
Yeah, if
Nuss
you don't need a
Meyer.
quarterback next year, maybe you can make some capital of moving
And
that
we'll
pick.
see. We'll see what Manning does, because especially with the NIL money, a lot of these quarterbacks are staying that extra year.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. If Arch Manning has a really good year and the NIL money will be there,
He's already
why
saved here.
why would he declare for either the Dolphins or the Jets?
He'd rather just stay one more year.
Like, just stay one more year, get
You're
paid.
getting paid. You don't have
And
to
then
worry about.
whoever it is the next, like who's supposed to be really bad. Like if Arizona gets the number 1 pick, and I know if I'm Arch Manning, I'm looking at that. I'm like, that's probably a situation I'd be willing to go to in Arizona. Like if you have McBride, Harrison, Wilson, Jeremiah Love, Mike, not Mike, is it Mike LaFleur?
Is it?
I think it's Mike LaFleur.
Yeah.
Anyway, if I'm Arch Manning, I'm like Arizona. If Arizona gets the first pick and you're going to go there, I would say like Arizona is pretty high end. Like I think the offensive pieces are there with Love and Wilson and Michael Wilson and Marvin Harrison and Trey McBride. Like I had Michael Wilson on my fantasy team late in the year when Drake London got hurt. I picked Michael Wilson up, and he is a GOAT.
Same here.
I am always
they got a lot
indebted.
of offensive stuff.
I am always.
What did he average? Like 35 points?
Yeah, I'm a Michael Wilson guy through and through. I know Jacoby. I know the defense sucked, but they were behind it. I traded.
Can we stop hearing? Can we stop hearing about Drake London?
No, I traded Rashee Rice because he was my 4th receiver.
Kirby and I are tired of Drake London.
I had Jamar Chase, Drake London, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I didn't need Rashee Rice. I traded Rashee Rice for Trey McBride before he popped off with Jacoby Brissett.
They did last year.
And Travion Henderson before he exploded. And I went to the fantasy championship. I lost, but that's not the point.
I don't think the full schedule's out yet, and I don't think they would play the Bears.
No, the opponents are. I can take a look here, guys.
Not Bears again, though, right? I don't think it's the NFC. 2 years in a row. Could it be a couple of the teams?
Maybe.
All right. I don't think they play the Bears, do they?
Played the Bears in Chicago last year.
I think we're going to be pretty good this year. I mean,
we play the Ravens in Brazil. That's the only schedule out right now.
We know our opponents. We just don't know.
So the opponents are obviously Washington, New York, Philadelphia. We play Tampa at home. I wish it was here in Tampa.
Oh, yeah.
Arizona, at San Francisco, at Jacksonville. Nick, you and I, we got to make plans for that one.
Okay, I'm just going to state this. Ready? The last time I went to Jacksonville for a Dallas Cowboy game, go look what happened. It was the last game.
Was that on what's his name, Brown, when he dropped the ball?
Yes.
And it wasn't even Dak's ball. That was a perfect throw. And
now again, I don't know what Jacksonville will be this year, but who knows? I mean, we have a bit of a tough schedule. Yikes.
Oh yeah, so that was saying Tennessee at home, Baltimore. That's considered a home game, even though that's in Brazil. At Washington, at New York, at Philly, at Green Bay, at Seattle, at LA Rams, at Texans, at the Colts. We have a hard-ass schedule. Arizona and Tennessee are the light.
Now, I'm going to cope a little bit here. Some of those teams are not going to be as good then as they are. We're looking at it right now.
Tampa got better.
Shut up, Caesar.
The Ravens, I think we can beat them. If we can contain Lamar Jackson.
Okay, the questions are obviously like, how good will Jacksonville be? How good would Indianapolis be? How good would Tennessee be? How good will Tampa be? How good will Baltimore be? Arizona, that's a game you need to win this year. Then your division games, that's counting. That's 12 games right there I just mentioned, including division games. Those are questions / competitive / up in the air. You'd like to think you get to 7 to 8 right there. And then the other 5 games, you need to come up with a big winner too. Get to 9-10.
And of course, your Arizona Cardinals get a 5+ rating when they play the Cowboys.
I don't hate this football talk, but some football talk is much.
And then we're going to Lambeau. Oh my god!
This draft was worthy of some of the hype, but this is what these guys and football fans do every year. But yeah, I got involved in it this year, and it was pretty.
Last year I was so
for the top 10 to 15 picks.
Last year we made no effort to get better.
I think we made an effort, but that Parsons thing, that Parsons
We
trade,
lost everybody the last
that
two
as soon as that Parsons trade happened, we didn't have anything on defense, and I felt like
Well, I mean, Caesar, we didn't get anybody in free agency really.
We
No.
tried to tell Caesar.
no,
last
we
year,
did, but they weren't the
Caesar-
right
the one thing
players that we
Caesar
got.
the one thing Caesar, he forgets revisionist history. One thing he wasn't confident about was the linebacker room, and he was right. But Caesar, you were pretty optimistic about the Cowboys.
I was.
The
I'm not gonna lie.
edge rushing, the second.
Okay, who would have like you can't control Marshawn Neal and that situation there.
Okay, but that's bigger than that.
Obviously. The Parsons, I think that just screwed everything.
Well, me and Nick were telling you.
No shit. No shit. I'm
We're
like, what the
this
fuck
is a
are we
5-win
doing?
Football team, a 7-win football.
I'm like, if you're gonna do this when you're getting offered 3 firsts before the draft.
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, I was counting on Trayvon Diggs to be the old Trayvon Diggs.
He looked like it week 1.
I wanted to trade
he
him.
was he was okay, but then
wanted-
all of a sudden he had to do what Trayvon
I
Diggs
would have
does.
traded him in this last offseason.
Nobody wanted him, Kirby. Nobody wanted that contract. How can you trade somebody
Yeah.
with that contract?
I
That's
heard
why they
that-
released him.
I don't know
Nobody
if
wanted him.
I don't know if they tried to trade him at that time.
No, they tried.
Mm.
They tried. Nobody
There
wanted that
there was
contract.
not many Cowboys fans and content people I listened to that were saying they wanted to trade him then.
You-
They're getting mad at me. They're getting mad at me on
He had
Stitcher.
too much money guaranteed for all the injuries that he had. If I'm a team, I'm not taking him.
These are a lot of people were expecting a rebound performance from him.
Oh, I'm not saying that. That's different than asking for a trade.
Well,
That's
that's
two
also
different
mean
things.
I
also
think
mean
that,
they're not going to
again,
trade
a
him.
lot has been resolved, but there's still more work to do through acquisitions and through players actually translating it onto the field. If certain
Yeah.
guys take the next step and the front office does what they need to do, should be a pretty good unit next year. I think I'm not saying top 10, but I mean, my gosh, they should be top 20, top 22, right? Like,
Off-topic question, even
Yeah,
over a
let's go
hockey
back to
channel here.
hockey.
But there's a question.
oh yeah, this
If-
is hockey. I forgot.
If you guys want to listen to any football talk, just make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do a lot of football talk on there. But anyways,
So we do a little bit here, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, but
Yeah, case and evidence right here.
Caesar. What's your
if the Panthers win with the number 1 pick, would you trade down 2 spots to acquire a future first, along with taking a top defense prospect?
Gosh, are we really going to do that again? I don't know. I
It
think
depends. It depends on what we do in the lottery, right?
I have a
What
question.
position
Is that
are you?
future first, top 5, top 10 protected?
See, yeah, you got to ask that.
Yeah. If it's protected, I'm doing it.
If
Which
it's
team- which
unprotected,
team-
I'm doing
Which
it.
team are you trading with? The Minnesota Wild or Dallas? No, thank you.
Mm.
Like, are you saying so? Like, if we get number 1 and Vancouver gets, or not Vancouver, I'll do a better. Team.
Yeah, I guess it's a team in the lottery. What, Chicago? Who else?
Chicago, another one. Let's say
Calgary.
New York, who gets 4 or 5.
And it all depends on which deep prospect we're getting. Like,
So
You-
if
you-
we get 1 and New York gets 4, and well, so you're saying we trade back from 1 to 4, and then we get next year's first. So you're saying it's unprotected the first.
Why would a team like Calgary do that unless they
I'm saying New York.
really like?
New
I'm
York.
saying New York.
Yeah, but Calgary, I could see not doing that.
Okay, so if you're saying hypothetically the Florida Panthers trade number 1 to New York for number 4 and a 27 first unprotected, yes. Wait, I don't know. I still don't know because
I don't know what to expect of New York next year.
Because here's the thing, I could see them. I could see them bottoming out. I could see them being like
Third?
84, 85 points and getting 9, 10, 11. I can see them
Third,
third making a playoffs. Like, I think there's a decent probability they finish.
Nick, if they make that trade and they go do other stuff to supplement their lineup, and like now we're pushing for it, now you're like, oh, what
Here's
is
the thing. It's like you make other moves, you let the young guys come up for a second year, and all of a sudden, Kirby, like even if you don't make the playoffs, I could see them at around 83 to 86 points. And that's
look at what Boston did this year. People at Boston bottom 5, even content people we talked to, like pray. They remember what Maddie said to us, Nick, pray for us. That's what he said going into the season.
If they're going full, we're trading Trocheck, we're trading Schneider.
Yeah,
we might.
But you wouldn't know that when you're making the trade, probably, would you? Or
no, I mean, the thing with New York is, Kirby, I could see them in 83 to 87 points next year.
Yeah, and if you're doing that type of trade that your boys say, I want to guarantee that that's going to be a damn good pick.
Now, if they're trading, if they're going to have top 5 odds, then
yeah,
I'll take my chances, right? I mean, whatever. I mean, but here, what if you take a defenseman,
McKenna, and you're getting what, Reed or Verhoff?
Okay, let's say you get Reed, and then let's say hypothetically next year you get Landon Dupont at number 1
because you win the lottery.
Like Aaron Ekblad.
What's going on?
Kirby, out the door.
What a first pairing.
Don't let it hit you on the ass on the way out, Aaron.
Dupont, is he a righty?
Kirby, if we win this number 1 pick in a week, do you have any clue how much
we have so much leverage? We could you imagine? Like, I honestly think I think the Rangers would definitely want to trade to the first overall.
I don't know. Do they have that much confidence for next year?
But they want a guy like
Vancouver can't at this point.
If we get the number 1 overall pick,
if we get the number 1 pick, I'm telling you, they're going to want McKenna really bad.
We're not.
Florida doesn't need him.
Okay. Well, guess what? Tough shit, motherfuckers.
Toronto. If they end up staying in the top 5, they'll just take one of the defensemen. I don't see them offering a trade, and why would Zito make a deal with Toronto when it comes to that? That's not going to happen. Because the Rangers are the only realistic one. I don't think Vancouver is. Calgary's not.
I think the Rangers are the most realistic.
I don't think Boston is.
Yeah. What would
Boston
you guys
offer? But I don't.
Now again, does San Jose do that? Is San Jose? I'll give you.
What?
Like, let's say they finish, I don't know, 7th because we get 1 or whatever. I don't know.
But then you don't think they're going to be better next year? Where was their pick going?
What do we have? The 8th best? What do we have?
8th.
The 8th best?
6. I think 6%.
No, 8.
8th.
Okay.
I don't know. San Jose could have an intrigue. I think it doesn't work with too many teams, your boy. Maybe the Rangers.
Winnipeg? Let me send this.
What do you think, your boy? Is the Rangers the team? I don't know with other teams what they're offering.
And I'm not if we don't get a top 2 pick, I think we're trading this thing.
Really?
Even if we get a top 2 pick, don't be surprised if we
get a top 2 pick, Caesar.
Yeah, but it's probably not going to be the trade your boys talk about. It's going to be for an NHL player. Your boys talking futures.
Yeah, no,
no.
I mean,
that's why I don't think it happens either.
If they finish 2, do they trade back? I think it's likely if they finish 2nd, Kirby, and then they trade back. Like you're at 2nd, because then it's
would they get it? Your boy likes young players, prospects.
Hypothetically,
they
Kirby,
would get a piece that's going to be on the team.
Let's say they're not in love with Stenberg, right? Let's say they finish 2nd overall, and the Rangers or somebody else is at 4, right? And I know we talked about this with the prospect on.
Okay, I just want to jump in. Your boy, you're saying Blackhawks maybe, but all the Blackhawks picks that they have are, let's call them prospect assets. You might be looking at them. I don't think Zito's looking at Leshinov and what's his name? The curse shite.
Orchinsky. He's not.
They're not.
No,
they're not.
I don't want him. What's it called? I think if you finish 2nd, and let's say New York or somebody else finishes 4th, McKenna 1, Stenberg, who you don't really want, number 2. The guy trades up, whoever it is, to number 2, takes Stenberg. Number 3, Vancouver will drop to 3, obviously.
But I think Vancouver's happy with Stenberg or Malhotra.
Correct. So then you're trading back to 4, and you're like, we're probably getting Reed or Verhoff at 4 anyway. Let's trade back from 2 because we don't need to reach on a defenseman here. We know Stenberg's the number 2 pick. Yeah. We know Malhotra's probably going to Vancouver because if we're finishing 2nd, Vancouver's probably 3rd.
Then you're guaranteed that any defenseman you want if it happens like that.
Correct. So then it's like, okay, we'll recoup assets, and it's like, okay, maybe get a second to move up to freaking what? I don't know.
Now we have a realistic chance at 2. We can't get 3, right?
No.
Or-
Like you're getting one of Reeder Verhoff at 4.
I don't know. Realistic chance was the right wording, but
I mean,
we have a shot.
if you're asking me, do I think we're going to win the draft lottery? No.
I'm not really.
No, I think
We'll stay at 7.
we'll stay at. Well, we may move up one slot. I mean, no, we can't. We can't even. We can't even move up a slot. So I actually think it's likely we move down. To be honest with you, could it be like? Could you imagine if we didn't have this
2 other
guaranteed?
teams win in there, then you drop to 10.
I have a question. Could you imagine if this wasn't fucking guaranteed? If we had to sit here for the next week and wait to see what we're gonna do, like what's gonna happen? I haven't even thought about the pick because it's been guaranteed the last couple of weeks. Right? So I don't know. I mean,
No, I don't even think at this point Chicago's guaranteed to make the playoffs with McKenna. I don't.
no, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't
They
even
need
know.
so much stuff there.
Like, what are we doing if we get the 9th overall pick? We're like, all right, well, let me know who Zito trades it for. You got a month and a half to figure it out. See ya.
I don't know. Chicago might fire their coach again.
I have a question. Do you guys think they're waiting? And I don't believe it, but this will be a narrative. Are they waiting to see what happens here to make their final decision on Bobrovsky?
For the draft lottery?
Like, if they get 2.
What, you saying they have contingency plans on the table for a goalie trade with that pick?
Like saying, if we get 2, they prefer Hellebuck, hypothetically.
There could be a little. I don't think that's holding everything up. There could be some talks on that. That's pretty deep, but it surprised me that they have some of that talks going to wait till next.
I'm not saying
what's happening? There's no deals happen. There's not deals happen. What's the point of?
No, but I'm not saying they're waiting. Oh, well, if this happens, Bob's gone. It's like they're not going to make any plans or evaluations. They're not going to confirm. They're not going to completely finalize everything until they know what they have for the offseason.
That's
what
fine.
Is the situation?
Bob's camp can't say anything bad on that in return. They're like, we're waiting.
Once they figure out what pick they have, then they can evaluate what are we doing this offseason. This is our plan, because you don't have to speculate in a week.
Yeah, and that might have just been a very brief conversation with Bob's camp, unless Bob's camp's calling them all the time. Then they're like, no, we're not making decisions. But that's probably not happening. Probably probably gave that deadline way ahead of time. You know, could be a longer deadline than next week. It could be some other deadline too that they told them, because you don't need to get deals done right now. Like with this, I know trades can happen, as they say, with non-play. Well, you could trade as a playoff team too. You just can't have the guy on your roster. But I don't think necessarily anything. Now let's see conference final, Stanley Cup final. Is there some deals that happen across the league?
I don't know how much time's left between the cup final and the draft and everything else. I mean, again, most of the teams will be out by then, right?
But are you asking your boy, like, are you talking Panthers? It's easily McDavid. Like most teams, it's McDavid. And McKenna, I don't know. Like, I still think would 95% pick McDavid if you took that poll around the league? I would say it would at least be that.
I don't know. I mean,
because you don't know who McKenna is.
I don't think I'm even going to get excited for this lottery until it's like we're getting on live for it and like we're ready to go and it's like started. And I'm like, I don't think it's even registered to me, right?
I wasn't even thinking it was a week away. I said it would bump some of our draft coverage there.
Yeah, to me, it's like whenever it is, right?
Monday, right?
It's Tuesday. So week from today, now less than a week. And yes, we are working on another guest here that wants to come on after, or everything kind of gets determined with draft and kind of where our salaries sit and stuff like that. So we're working on some of those guests. Your boy, I know you'll love that. So you got to be here for that. Jamie, all you guys that are like big on, our cap situation, picks and all that, and where we're situated at. So we're getting guests lined up for that type of stuff. So different content this year, Nick, but we've kind of pivoted to that.
Yeah, it's enough, right?
You guys have been dying. Some of you have been dying for us to do that. I'm like, we don't have time to do that when we're Stanley Cup playoff, and the people in our community want that, Nick. So we're hitting it with it all here now. So
we're a cup.
Love this, because it ain't gonna be like this next year. Put my foot down.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm with Meeksy here. I don't want to win the lottery just to draft McKenna, although it would be nice. I really want to see what Twitter would do. I mean, we would become the story of the playoffs again.
It almost
right?
becomes more of a social media thing than actually the player we're getting. It's
Yeah.
one of those things, you know. When Edmonton was winning the lottery every year, that's what it turned into when they got McDavid. You know, it's like you guys win the first overall pick every year, Edmonton. It just turned in, and that's before like even what social media is like now. Because like now social media guys, they acknowledge it on air and on YouTube and you know.
I have a question, Kirby. What is Sportsnet going to be like next Tuesday night for game whatever, one Montreal versus Buffalo, whatever it is. 7:30 start, 8:00 start, and they're doing the pregame, and the Florida Panthers are 5 minutes fresh off of winning the number 1 pick. What's the conversation going to be like?
Well, I was going to answer your question. If Montreal, before you gave me that question, Montreal, if they're in it, they have to give coverage to them. Canadian team, big market. They're going to be talking about Toronto and what they can do. And then what you're saying, Florida slides in the back door at the number 1 pick. It just blows everything up.
Toronto will be.
Toronto doesn't get the pick, right?
Oh my gosh, that would just be.
No, they're like, we're going to end this coverage. They're going to we're going to end this coverage. We're going to go to the puck drop with Montreal. They're like,
and then everybody on the desk, fuck.
No, like it's not even an uproar. Like if Montreal's playing in the next round, they're like pushing everything to that, and then it's going to come out the next day.
Fine. Let's say it's Tampa versus Buffalo, which is a possibility.
Well, they'll spend more time on it.
And the Florida Panthers win the draft lottery, and as a result of them winning the draft lottery, the Toronto Maple Leafs get bumped from 5 to 6 and lose out on the pick.
So you don't got Montreal in the second round. Toronto's bumped out. This friggin' Florida Panthers team gets the first overall. People are pissed. They're pissed, and it's going to.
We're not.
It's
but
not
we're happy.
But Nick, it's not like ESPN Stephen A. Smith. It's not like that yelling at the screen. Next day, following days.
They'll just ignore the fact that Florida got the
here's my
other
question. Here's my other question. What is the Kipper and Bourne show like the next day? What is
There's crying.
What is Sid Cicero, whatever the hell his name is? What is he saying?
Maybe he's not talking about Brady Tkachuk stuff. He's talking.
What are they saying on TSN?
Panther. Well, this is what Sid Cicero will say. Panthers are coming back, ladies and gentlemen. You might not have thought it, but they're coming back with Gavin McKenna. Toronto Maple Leafs, Leafs Nation. You guys, it's a mess. It's a disaster right now. Like that, Sid will just start attacking Toronto. That's what he would do. You know, the other guys will cry, bitch, moan. But there's people that will attack the Leafs. Like, who do you guys think you are, Leafs Nation? This is people from Toronto. They'll be like, the Florida Panthers are going nowhere. What are you doing, Toronto? They attack
They're hiring John Chaika and Matt Sundin.
That would be an interesting call.
Did you see that report?
No, I know Sundin's in the mix for like a president.
Elliot Friedman says that if they get the all clear and the yes from Sundin, that's going to be the hires. Sundin, I think, is
hello, Simon. Hello, Simon from Clay Canucks community, I believe. How's it going, Simon? Nice to see you.
I think he says that if Matt Sundin accepts the job, Chaika comes in as GM. So if Sundin, I'm assuming, accepts president of hockey ops,
then Chaika's coming in.
And Chaika's the GM. I'll read it to you right now. I'll look it up.
This is a good point there, your boy. Yeah. Jay Onright asked the honest questions, though. I like his coverage on this type of stuff. He asks the question and gets out of the way. And then Pierre LeBrun talks, Brian Hayes, whoever he has on. So I like how Onright kind of does those interviews at the couch. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of tears on the other side of the camera, whoever he's talking to.
Elliot Freeman says, we are waiting on Matt Sundin's decision. I believe if he says yes, it's going to be a Matt Sundin, John Chaika combination. I didn't even hear. That's the first I heard that.
This is what O-Dog will do if Florida gets the pick. I don't want to knock everything over. He'll just go.
Now, John Chaika, for all those who are unaware,
he'll give one of those.
I believe he resigned from the Coyotes. Did he? Or was he fired?
Mutual firing? I don't know.
he was suspended on
Been pretty
January.
good. It's been pretty good, Simon. I'm surprised at the 3-0 and 3-1 series, but we're starting to see some series elongate here now with Edmonton winning and Boston winning.
So this is according to Wikipedia. On January 25th, 2021. He was the youngest general manager. He was 26 years old when he became the GM, and
Younger than Dubas by a couple years.
he also clinched their first playoff berth. And then Chaika abruptly resigned from his position on July 26, 2020, one day before the start of the 2020 Stanley Cup Playoffs. On January 25th, 2021, Chaika was suspended from working in the NHL for the remainder of the 2021 calendar year. NHL Gary Bettman cited, quote, conduct detrimental to the league and game, end quote, and further ruled that Chaika had, quote, breached his obligation to the club, end quote, by pursuing opportunities with other clubs while still under contract with the Arizona Coyotes and then terminating his contract with 3 years remaining. Chaika and the Coyotes were later revealed to have hosted a private scouting combine for draft prospects, which is forbidden in the NHL. The Coyotes were subsequently forced to forfeit their second round selection in the 2020 draft and their first round selection in the 2021.
So it was the training combine. I thought it was some other stuff.
Now, he's the guy responsible for these dead cap moves where you see Pavel Datsyuk, I believe Jacob Voracek. I think
Bo's allergic to his equipment, so he had to retire. That's
right. You start seeing these trends like Carey Price is a member of the San Jose Sharks, the dead cap. Basically, you take on these big money contracts and either put them on LTIR or you have them help you reach the cap floor while you're rebuilding and you recoup assets. You are receiving these big contracts from good teams looking to clear cap, and you also take a pick in order to help them out. So it helps you rebuild. It helps you get the cap floor. It helps the other team clear cap. He kind of started that, I think, right? Like, did he get Voracek or was that later on? I know they ended up with Pavel Datsyuk.
Good question there, because Voracek, Philly to Columbus. You're saying to Arizona? Is that the tracker? Am I missing a team?
I could have sworn, no, he went back to Columbus, didn't he?
Or he went back. Yeah, you might be right.
Flyers closing out the series tomorrow.
Nick, you see the comment on the screen here, Nick? Nick's ignoring it, Caesar.
No, hold on a minute. I just got a text.
Nick knows Michael.
Oh, is Mike fucking...
That's Michael, I think. That's Mike.
Yeah, it is.
That's Mike from Tampa.
Mike's right back there.
The guy. He's in the building, Caesar.
Right out that door. Mike McNichols
Kirby,
stands.
if Pittsburgh ends up pulling out tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, Michael will not hear the fucking end of it if Pittsburgh loses tomorrow.
He's already been planning for a week here. He's already been planning for Carolina for a week. Wouldn't that be some 3-0 to 3-3?
Focus on Pittsburgh first.
Then I'm right back in it, boys.
That's what Caesar want to mention. Yeah, Minnesota, Pittsburgh. Oh, it just turns around for Caesar. Not that I'm out of it. That doesn't really hurt me. It hurts Cody with Dallas.
It does.
I'll tell you that.
That's a big loss today in Dallas too, right?
Yeah, but 3-2. I said to Nick, either way, it's going 6 games. You got to even it up. Whatever one's up 3-2, you got to even it and go to 7.
So you got Martin Hansel. I don't know if he was.
No, we're going way back.
Pavel Datsyuk. He acquired Pavel Datsyuk, and in exchange, he got the 16th overall selection. Okay, I found it. Here we go. I'm going to run you through the trade.
Cody's going to wake up from his slumber there, you boy. That's his guy.
They traded with Detroit. They traded Joe Vitale, a first-round pick, the 20th selection, and a second-round pick in 2016, and acquired Pavel Datsyuk's contract and the 16th overall pick. They acquired Tony DeAngelo from Tampa for a second. They acquired Lawson Krause, the prospect, and bad contract former Panther, Kirby's favorite, Dave Boland, in exchange for a third and a conditional second. Peter Holland They acquired a first-round pick for Martin Hansel, among other things. They acquired Derek Stefan and Antti Ranta and traded a first. I mean, they were a weird team for a while, I'll tell you that right now.
Michael, vote on the poll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your votes in, Michael.
Don't freaking encourage him.
We got to get people's votes in. These are ongoing polls throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, it was a weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know much about John Chaik outside of the shit. Like, with
It's been a while now, so
it's been a while, right? So I don't know. I mean, I never really got to see the plan come to fruition, right?
His sister, I think it is, or something.
They ended up doing another rebuild after that, though, right? They traded like Ekman Larson and like they never re-signed Hall. They got rid of all these other pieces.
Yeah,
And then,
it was just kind of left undeveloped.
it wasn't until Armstrong
They had
came in
all
that they.
Armstrong, I think it was when Armstrong, they had all those picks one year and they didn't even like do anything with that. Like, you got to trade some of those picks for players, trade up. They just didn't do anything and they just selected guys. And I
think they blew a bit of an opportunity last night. I mean, we'll see what happens with you.
They had 11 picks that one year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't know what they did with it.
Might have been more than that. And I'm not talking in the 6th or 7th round either.
What rounds?
1 till 4, 1 to 5, somewhere in there.
You're an ass.
What you say? That's what I'm being honest. Oh man, yeah, we went. This was an extra post game. Anything else, gentlemen? We'll probably be back on Thursday. Not sure.
I'm rooting for Vegas versus Wild. Why are the Wild evil?
My evil Final Four would be Vegas, Edmonton, Tampa, Carolina.
I would root for a Wild.
But that can't happen.
I would root for a Wild Carolina series and Wild to fulfill Nick's dream. Not metaphorically, literally. I had a dream about it.
Any of those teams, Colorado, Minnesota, or Dallas, but I have Colorado as my pick, and I like them more than the other two. But I don't really have.
I don't want anybody from the East.
Honestly, Colorado's just more complete.
I don't want to hear about Buffalo all summer. I don't want to hear about this, that, the other thing.
Well, you're going to hear about Buffalo or Montreal, one of them.
Okay, Kirby, Carolina makes the Cup final.
So you just want Tampa Bay to roll through them.
No, I want Carolina to make the Cup final and get pumped in 5 to Colorado. That's what I want, and that's what I have.
I'm fine with that final.
And I have correctly predicted the last 2 Stanley Cup winners. Is this 3 for 3? I don't know.
And matchups.
What?
The last 2, not the last 3. You picked the right matchups. Did you pick Vegas and Florida?
No, I mean the winner.
Oh, okay, I thought you meant the champ.
I picked Florida the last 2 years. Now, I did predict Colorado, but I said the dream about Minnesota. So it's one of those.
Colorado last year. Did they have Florida 2 years ago?
No.
When the playoffs started? No? I know I had Carolina, Colorado already. I wasn't going down.
I totally agree, Meeksy. Totally agree. 1000%.
There was no team last year in the East. I was like Carolina, Toronto in the Eastern Conference Final. Which
Stuart Skinner is going to be Spencer Knight's backup, Antonio, next year. You know that, right? Stuart Skinner's better than Arvid Soderblom.
I don't want to get into Skinner.
Fucking jeez.
Been nonstop.
Stuart Skinner is better than Sam Ersson. I don't care what anybody says. That guy is awful.
Easily.
Awful.
I'll take Skinner over Billy Husso. Let's see if he continues forward here with the Ducks.
Yeah. I take Skinner over. You take him? I don't know. Do you take him over Aiden Hill? I don't know.
The Kachekov one was a good question earlier by Dor, whoever asked it. That's close. Kachekov, Skinner. That's fair. UPL, your boy said he would take Skinner over UPL.
So according to Antonio, Stuart Skinner, who's a back-to-back Western Conference champ, is worse than Vitek Vanacek, according to this salary figure. Vanacek's making 1.5.
Don't lie to yourself, Antonio. We know
it's a narrative, I think.
Hawks hockey, it's a tradition.
Gibson, but I don't think Skinner's like sitting here.
Gibson's getting paid a lot more money, and
people are acting like Stuart Skinner is Jonas Johansson.
Easily Skinner over JoJo. Easily.
Not even close.
JoJo, what's the most he's played? 23 games? 25 games? I'll take Skinner over Stolar's new deal. I'm not touching that deal. What, so we can have Stolar's make what? Is he going to make 3.5, 4 next year to play 20?
I just don't know how. I'll just say this. Anthony Stolarz was hyped up, got a new big deal.
And the team doesn't even want him. That just signed
30. What did he play? 30-something games. The most ever games he's played is what, 30? 30
Joseph
something.
Wall always plays more than him.
He played 24 that one year in Florida. I think he played. Let me look here, so I don't get it wrong.
Joseph Wall's played more than him. I think, did Joseph Wall play more than him this year? And Joseph Wall was in the assistance program.
Okay. Anthony Stolarz started 24 games and for the Florida Panthers. He started 33 last year for the Leafs. He started 25 this year for the Leafs.
How much did Wall play this year?
Let me look.
That's crazy. He played more than Wall. That's more than
Wall played 38. Started 38 games.
He was in the players' assistance program for a month, 1 to 2 months, and he played more games than Stolarz. Unbelievable. People want to defend Stolarz. A lot of Toronto fans aren't defending him anymore, though. Remember that coming in last year, gentlemen, said he's equal to
Stuart Skinner's accomplished more than Anthony Stolarz.
Facts.
Anthony Stolarz has never played more than 40 games.
And I don't think he will.
And he's never had to play behind Darnell Nurse for a full season.
And again, I'm going to use the name. I know he played excellent in the playoffs, Caesar. Linus Ullmark has never played more than 49 games in his career in a season. Like, there it is. And that's a guy making $8 million.
And I'd rather take Kemper. I'd rather take Blackwood.
Philip Gustafson can't get off the bench for Minnesota.
I'd take Gustafson over Skinner still, but
I don't want Skinner's contract or Gustafson's contract. I'm taking Skinner. I'm not asking him to be my starter.
Antonio's predicting Gustafson will be a Panther.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that, Antonio. Get out of here. Nick, you'll have to back Gustafson.
I can back him up.
You'll have to back his play. So you're not coming to yell at me.
Here we go.
Caesar, I'm going to go yell at
I'll
Nick.
get my hat ready. I'll sit on the bench.
How will you like that, Caesar? I'm going to start yelling at Nick instead of coming to us on Bob. Like that role reversal.
Well, it won't be help Bob.
Caesar, you yell at him during Cowboy season.
It won't be help Bob. It'd be help Gus, Kirby. Get used to it.
Well, Nick, you'll have the opening statements. If he's our starting goalie next year, you'll have the opening statements on certain nights for the post.
You know what I'll say? Be like, before opening night, like our last podcast or like our last live stream before the puck drop on opening night, I'm like, gentlemen, let's just fucking hope this works.
And he'll have good games. He'll have shutouts. He might have 2 shutouts in a row. But I don't know what the other game. I don't know. I don't know his trajectory. And I'll really hate that deal if Minnesota's not retaining much of anything. Then we're back in the same position paying Bob $10 million. What's Gustafson making?
The problem is Gustafson is so inconsistent.
That's what I say. From one season to the next, he's inconsistent. One good year, one off year. I'd rather take a Markstrom at 6'7".
No, he is only
Markstrom's
27. He's about to turn 28. He did just sign a new year. I like Philip Gustafson. I think he's a good goaltender.
You think he's a top 10, 12 goalie?
Yes, I do.
But I have a hard time thinking he's a top 10, 12 goalie when he's sitting. And I know Bob has sat before and things have happened with Bob. I understand. But
it also does help, Kirby. How good
he's gone through this a couple times
now. How good? Because I think he got screwed over the first time with Fleury. Evidence suggests that. With the play. Number 2, how good do you believe Jesper Wallstedt is?
He's been playing pretty damn well.
How good do you believe he is?
Top 5 to 10 goalie in the NHL as a starter.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's who Philip Gustafson's behind. To me, it's like
behind that.
You lose your job to Jesper Wallstedt.
Yeah.
There's not much shame in that, right?
That's fair. That's the angle that people will spin.
If that's the angle, look, if this,
but they just signed him and they want to move him.
If they're going to retain, if they're willing to retain,
they already had Wallstedt when they signed the contract for Gustafson.
If they retain $1.5-2 million, are you saying yes?
Oh man, I want more than that. $2 million plus.
Let's
They
see.
just signed the deal, Nick. Why are we letting them?
Well, it hasn't even started yet.
It hasn't even started.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I would want something attached to it.
Yeah, sweetener. Yeah, now we're talking. Yeah. Maybe that's one of my Kirby's guys. That's attached.
No. Okay. It's not as big as I thought. It's 5 years, 6.8 million.
It's only 6'8".
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was close.
I thought it was like 7.57.
Yeah, I thought it was that 7.5 to 8 range.
So let's say Bill Guerin, he's like, I'll retain 1 million. It's 5 years, 5.8 million.
Million and a half. Yeah. You want to get a sweetener still with it? We should ask.
Give me a second.
How about a top 4 prospect defenseman?
Give me Jacob Middleton.
They keep Ben Hughes. They got Faber. Middleton. That's a veteran guy, but yeah, they might have to give up something like that. Yeah. I want more than a Philippe. I
think a 28-year-old Philip Gustafson, 5 years, $5.8 million. A guy who's a legit proven starter in the NHL. Behind this decor, behind this system,
If
I like it.
Caesar?
If Wallstad is playing this good, I don't think they're trading.
Well, they're not getting rid of Wallstead. So, and that was our dream, right? I think
my dream, Caesar, was him not to play any playoff games. Zero.
Like here's
Zero.
my question.
Come out of there.
And what are you giving up for Gustafson?
What happened?
What are you giving up for Gustafson? Because Minnesota fans says you're not getting Wallstead. Okay, what are you expecting to give up for Gustafson? Get for Gustafson?
They got to.
You're not getting Anton Lundell. Like
the thing is, there's not a market for Gustafson. Florida's one of the few teams, 2-3 teams. There's not really a market stirring up. Maybe not even 3 teams. So then
I think Gustafson
it's better for the buyer.
Does Gustafson have a no move?
I would think he would have something attached to it. You got that deal. It's only 5 years, Nick.
5 years. These 20 from it'll take him from 28 to 33.
Yeah, this doesn't even take him to 34, 35. I'm surprised he got that deal.
That's not a bad deal.
Like that the team didn't want it to extend it through 34, 35. He's like, no, I want to get because then he could get another deal after. If whatever happens to him here in these next.
And I'll say this, like last year in the playoffs, I mean, he's only played 11 playoff games, right? But his playoff numbers, he's 4-6. He's got a .917 save percentage and a .253 goals against.
He's had good years. He's been a Vezina frontrunner for a month.
Like I'll take you back. He had that one bad season. So his first big year, right, with Minnesota, 22, 9-7, and 931 and 2.1. The next year, 2018 and 4 and 899 and a 306. The next year, 914 and a 256, 31, 19 and 6. This year started 49 games. 28, 15 and 6 with a 903 and a 269 goals against, which this year a 903 is above the average. You have to count that, right?
Okay.
Like
you also have to count that he's supposed to be a top 10, 12 goalie. Is that top 10, 12 goalie standard?
Well, let's look.
I don't know if it is.
It's
weird looking at 903 and saying, yeah, that's pretty
good. That's the new NHL, unfortunately. I agree, but
the playoffs here, look at these numbers here, everyone. It's still in our chat. Thank you.
Karel Vejmelka, who started 63 games. Karel Vejmelka started 63 games and 897. Jake Ottinger, who started 54 and 899. Jeremy Swayman, who started 54, a 908. Ilya Sorokin, who started 54, a 906. Philip Gustafson had a 904, by the way. My mistake. Linus Ullmark, 891. UC Saros, 894. Jack Greaves, your guy, Kirby, 908. Joel Hofer, 910. Hellebuck, 895. Let me see here. Spencer Knight, 902. Darcy Kemper, 891.
Hellebuck numbers weren't pretty in the analytics either.
John Gibson started 57 games, 901.
Yeah, his numbers dipped a little bit, but he was
Vladar, 906. I mean,
Vladar right now 913 and
Dobish 901. I mean, I'm looking at it here. 904. I mean,
Vladar, that's a good goalie to have for a fringe playoff team. In Philly, they weren't a playoff team, but that doesn't really work for a Florida situation. Like, it's got to be the guy. If they think it's Gustafson, I'd like to hear reasons for it.
I mean, that's a possibility.
It is. I just like other options out there better where you're not locking into.
How about Gustafson Skinner?
Yeah, that's where Skinner could be part of the team. Yep. Yeah. You could also have Gustafson with one of the young guys too coming. If they think Gare Simiak or Cooper Black something, then Gustafson's the type of guy for that too. Gare Simiak's a couple years away though. But that could be the guy that gets kind of mentored. Did they bring Tarasov back for a year or two because of Gustafson? That could happen too.
No.
He's the guy. Gustafson, you'd want to play 55, 58 games probably.
I think this is honestly, if you take a look at quality of goaltender, I think he's can be a top 8 to 12 goaltender in this league. Realistically,
would you rather have Gustafson or Binnington? I'm crazy. Maybe it's crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm leaning Binnington. I don't know. Depends on the deal with Minnesota, how much to retain if you got something back in it, like you said. Maybe it works out.
I mean, that's up to them. I mean, when you take a look, I think the two most realistic options, and these are viable starting goaltenders in the NHL, Jordan Binnington and Philip Gustafson. Like, hypothetically, if Sergei Bobrovsky doesn't come back, you're not looking at the trade market being like,
well, that's when they start looking at Gustafson and Bob's not coming back. Then it's like they're turning to that. Maybe they're not even on it right now, but that's when it would.
But like, if somehow Bobrovsky doesn't come back next year, you're not fucked when you look at the trade market. You're like, okay, here's Hellebuck if we're able to make that move. Here's Jordan Binnington, a very honest move, a move we can make. Here's Philip Gustafson, a move we can like.
Maybe they moved that 8th or 9th overall pick for Gustafson too. I don't love that, but that could be.
The point is, you're not going into the offseason after not re-signing Bob and looking at the trade market like, uh-oh. There are viable, legit options that you can
on the trade
for. Like, you have the assets, the players in the contract, the goalies in the contracts you're looking at, they're not bad, right?
You have the assets to a degree. We're not overflowing with
correct,
them.
But you're not screwed. Like, there are options after Bob and respectable ones. Like, I think if you bring back a Gustafson and whoever tandem, right? You have to respect that. I mean, with a healthy Florida Panther team.
I don't love them, Antonio. Sorry, I'm a goalie snob. I've had Roberto Luongo, Thomas Vokoun, John Van Biesbroek, Roberto Luongo again, Sergei Bobrovsky. I'm just saying, some people are like this.
Don't forget about
goalie.
Tim Thomas.
Okay,
shut up, Chris. Shut up.
I'll throw Jose Theodore there, but like. This is not one of the best goalies. I'll take Thomas Vokoun in his prime over Philip Gustafson.
Who called you Chris?
Did you just call me Chris?
Me?
Yeah.
I didn't call you Chris.
I thought you just said, shut up, Chris.
I might have. I don't know.
You did.
Did I?
Gotta roll the tape out.
I'll have to roll the tape.
I'm gonna. But anyways.
I'll take Vokoun in his prime.
You called Jacob Rodriguez Evan Rodriguez at the NFL draft.
He did do that.
I'm tired as hell, so
yeah,
I'm about to leave, guys.
No, but I think
Nick's been going all night. He's good.
Philip Gustafson's not a bad option. It really isn't. I'm starting to talk myself
Nick's
more.
trying to talk himself into it and talk me into it.
I've talked about it on Monday, so he's an option, especially with.
You talked about Gustafson already?
Yeah.
This is the guy I mentioned.
I had Jaden Pollock on my podcast on Monday.
You had a Winnipeg guy wearing his jersey. I didn't get to watch it because it was coach.
Yeah, that's Jaden Pollock, Jesse Pollock's brother.
Oh,
he's very knowledgeable on hockey. Yeah, yeah, he's really cool.
Remember I mentioned Gustafson earlier in the year, Kirby?
Well, you've always been on Gustafson for
this is a guy. I mean, if you replace Sergei Bobrovsky, if you replace Roberto Luongo with Sergei Bobrovsky, and then you replace Sergei Bobrovsky with Connor Hellebuck, well, the succession at goaltender for Kirby continues, right?
With Connor Hellebuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
That's my top option. I don't really.
That's everybody's top.
Like one Hellebuck.
I don't know if I'm buying into it this summer. Same with the Brady stuff.
But even if you don't get Hellebuck, Binnington and Gustafson are good options for cup contending team next year.
Yeah. And there's something that has to roll out with Toronto, and I'm still knocking on their door for Joseph Wall.
Like, I have a question. How would you feel about like a Gustafsson?
So you'd rather
tandem?
have Wall over Gustafson?
Yeah, I would.
Wow.
Wow. I
Would
don't
you
know
do
about
Bob
that.
Bob Joseph Wall? Yeah,
Bob,
absolutely.
yeah.
You have to see how the numbers work there on.
I don't think they want to move Wall. There's a reason for that.
Well, you got to have a little better contingency on your backup. When you start to talk Stuart Skinner and Tarasov, I don't love that.
No, not with Bob. No.
Well, if you had Joseph Wall and Binnington, but I don't know if they go that much.
With Hellebuck, Stuart Skinner is perfect.
Yeah.
That would be like A+.
I need a Hellebuck for Skinner. I'll bring Skinner in with someone else, you know.
Yeah,
But
I mean, you're saying
Gustafsson would work too.
Are you saying Gustafsson Skinner?
Yeah. Wallstad Skinner was going to be the dream. Yeah, that's like, to me, that's fine. Like, you're
Shit, Blackwood would be perfect with fucking Hellebuck.
if something's happening. Oh, that would be an embarrassment of riches. You got.
But I think honestly, if you get Hellebuck, you can re-sign Tarasov.
See, I don't know if
Hellebuck's
they
good.
new goalies. Like, you could
People
have,
think people think Bob start a lot now. Bob starts a lot. If we get Connor Hellebuck, that guy's playing 60, 65 games a year.
that's what I said
Like,
to everyone. I'm gonna say that
He's
for our
not.
He's like, Paul, I got it. Like, I'm starting today. That's how Hellebuck is. He's
Like, he doesn't
People don't
give
understand
up the
how
net.
outspoken he is compared to Bob. Bob sits at corner man.
I would love to see him play with a really good defense.
Okay, I will just say this.
Hellebuck has in the past.
I will just say,
Which is why he was these top 5 goals.
also when
And
we got
Winnipeg's not no Pittsburgh or Edmonton. They've got a decent.
when we got Seth Jones, Bill Zito had Seth Jones as assistant GM in Columbus, and Sylvain Lefebvre coached Seth Jones as a defensive coach in Columbus. And there's that connection. For Florida, the connections with the connections with Hellebuck, Paul Maurice, and Jamie Compton coached him in Winnipeg. Bill Zito and Matthew Tkachuk, part of the Team USA teams the last 2 seasons, played with Hellebuck, right? And there is connections here. Coaching, teammate, management.
If we get a top 2 pick, that would be...
If you get the second overall pick, then those rumors heat up, for sure, no doubt.
Yeah.
But if you don't, well, then it's probably Gustafsson. But what are the possibilities that Bob comes back? I mean, I
don't know if they would accept the 8th. I don't know. No.
I don't think they would.
No. It would have to be top 3.
That would be
top 3.
different. Yes.
But anyways, gentlemen, I'm leaving.
Yeah, we'll wrap up. This is Nick on a space. And Toy, I don't know, you're just talking trash in the chat. Long night here. Caesar did too. Glad to be with everyone here.
Sorry,
thank
guys.
you for dropping by. Thank you, Caesar. Nick, are we wrapping up?
Yes.
I'll catch you guys later. Thanks again. And
Thank you, Caesar.
And go Penguins tomorrow.
Oh, throw that in. Wrap us up, Nick.
Well, this has been another live edition of the Cats and Rats podcast. Shout out to my guy Cody, our guy Cody, for hopping on. He was struggling through the first 2 periods, but he passed. I'm sure he's passed out right now while we're here. So
I was trying to say you had to be on for 1 period.
This is a late night for us. Not uncharacteristically, but gone on almost 4 hours here. Appreciate everybody in the chat.
Maybe he won't be with us on Thursday if he's got to get up early, but
shout out to our sponsors, Jeremy Beckham, Caneswear. Shout out to Palm Beach Autographs for this Aaron Ekblad signed wall frame photo. Again, if you would like to enter the contest, make sure to go to our YouTube homepage and learn how to become a gold member. Gold members are automatically entered into the draw. Aaron Ekblad, the 2014 first overall selection.
And right now, if you're a gold member, just to jump in, you got about a 1 in 6 or 1 in 8 chance. So, like, you got very good odds right now. So, if you become a gold member, you got a really good shot. You have a better shot at winning this than the Panthers do at the lottery, I would say.
Yeah. So, now again, if more of you join gold members, then
I know, but I don't know. We're going to be drawn it here soon, aren't we?
Yeah, but we will see what happens here, and obviously, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment on them. Any and all support is appreciated. If you'd like to purchase a super chat, it is very much appreciated. And again, as the membership, you may buy your own, upgrade your own, gift a membership, or have any other information or questions, access to the perks of being a member. You can find that on our YouTube homepage, or you can contact me or Kirby on X. And as you can see, we'll put the X on the bottom of the screen, but it'll also be in the description of this video. And with that, we say good night. Shout out to our guy, Cody. Thanks to Big C's for jumping on. For myself and Kirby, thank you again, and let's go Cats.
The side of you, so I remove what's right and true. The beating undivided, all the voices in my head.